Good morning, Metro Nui! Welcome back to another episode of the Barraki Talk Show. We're your hosts, the Mielik brothers,
Jacob,
Samuel,
Thomas, and we're glad you're joining us today as we talk our way through the weird and wondrous world of Bionicle. But first, coming up on the Barraki Talk Show.
I just feel like Nietzsche would be a Makuta.
Oh yeah, he definitely would.
He's like, God is dead and we can kill him. Go.
It's actually crazy to think. I mean, it's actually not crazy to think because when it comes...
Wait, that makes sense.
Is a society with nuclear bombs stronger than a grizzly bear? All that and more coming up on the Barraki Talk Show. We interrupt your regularly scheduled Barraki Talk Show to bring you Art of the Week, where our talented in-house artists, Jared, Arthur, and Samuel, bring Bionicle to life in their own unique ways. If you want to obtain these wonderful pieces of art permanently and in high quality, simply go to the Ko-fi link in the description of this episode, where you can download this week's art and all past weeks for free. But if you like this art and you want to see more, consider supporting the Barraki Talk Show. We greatly appreciate it because this channel is only made possible thanks to viewers like you. Thank you. But now, let's continue with your regularly scheduled Barraki Talk Show.
The Brotherhood of Makuta is a driving force of the Mutran universe, yet hardly anyone knows what they specifically do. One scholarly Makuta documented nearly every major event the Brotherhood had a hand in. Now it's time for the deeds of the Makuta to come out of the shadow.
Whoa! Banger intro. He wrote that one himself.
heckin' sick intro.
That was really good.
No chat GPT detected.
I don't see a single M dash in the notes here. I think we're good.
First try.
That was actually genuine.
Yeah, I like that
good.
intro. First good intro in... I had one intro recent that I
Wait,
really liked.
there was actually a pretty good one.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I just need to tell you guys, they did cut all of the good intros that I gave.
Yeah.
In the comments, tell us what episode has your favorite
That's what I was
intro
actually
so
about to
far.
say.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
genuinely
interesting.
curious.
I doubt anyone remembers the intros.
Well, but
Go back and rewatch.
They're at the beginning. They're easy to
Go
find.
back and rewatch the beginning of every single episode and tell us what the best intro is.
Yeah. And if you do, you'll win $0.
I will
But probably
personally
a big old smoochy kiss.
hand deliver you a big old fat high five.
Personally.
A juicy
handle
I
high
will
five.
personally hand deliver you a high five
I'll give you a juicy high five.
via
Is it hand delivered? Is Daniel's high five hand delivered?
No, it's through Gmail.
This is a digital high five.
I also want you to know
digital
this is in
juicy
no
high
way a legally binding contract.
In no way. For legal reasons, this is not a binding contract. Anyway, we have our very guest star, Daniel.
Wow.
I wanted to be a special guest.
Bro wants to be special.
I'm a very guest. Thank you, guys.
He's so guessed.
He is a semi-recurring guest. That's the new title. If you hit 4, you're semi-recurring.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
You get a gold star.
Yep.
Thank you.
Daniel's like, no one ever told me I was special.
I get a gold mask.
No one ever gave me a gold star just for
showing up.
You do not get a gold mask.
Yeah,
Only
Daniel
I get a gold
didn't
mask.
get here because he liked him. He got through here because of hard work and talent.
Hard
Perseverance.
work and determination.
Do you know how many hours I poured into building Bionicles and everyone made fun of me? Well, look where I am now.
Bro picked himself up by the bootstraps.
Bro wrote his entire thesis on ballpoint abstraction.
Bro made some of the best mocks I've ever seen. That is actually true.
That is true.
Bro lost all his talent after the age of 18.
College sucked it out of you.
Bro's working on it. He'll get it back.
After the second age fell, he lost all of his talent. Anyway, we're going to be covering the Mutran Chronicles, which is the main source of information we get for all the Makuta lore bits. So we're going to go through that, and then all the events it doesn't cover, we'll cover later after that. Makes sense, everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to start off with Mutran writing in the Mutran Chronicles that he is writing down his memoirs, because he's a heckin' genius.
So bro is writing about writing.
It's like the
Yes.
start of Diary of a Wimpy Kid when he writes about why he's writing in a diary.
Yeah, exactly. Mutran's like, I'm a loser or whatever.
Wait, that'd be good.
Dear diary, Vican was annoying me again today. I threw him into a vat to see what would happen.
Dear diary, I hate key rocks so much.
It's like 10 O's. Except they're all, well, actually, I guess in Mator, they're also just O's.
It's like
and then in a different hand, is like clearly different handwriting. It's like, I am Mutran. I poop my pants every day.
And the pictures are just stick figures with the Bionicle masks on them.
It's like a hyper detailed mask drawing on a stick figure.
Samuel, you know what you need to do.
I'm scared to do it.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Yeah. So
man, a Harry Potter Puppet Pals and Star Wars reference within less than 30 seconds.
they were all
Pretty
ripping
good.
off great.
Classic.
Anyway, speaking of zeros or O's, I guess, which was a long time ago now, but it was
In a
fresh in my
galaxy
mind.
far, far away.
This takes place 100,000 years ago. He's writing, so that's
So it's
5
a long
O's.
time ago, but in a galaxy
in a-
very, very near.
No, in a galaxy far, far away from us, presumably.
Yeah, I
Oh,
haven't
that's
seen it.
So therefore, Star Wars ripped off Greg again.
True.
Gosh.
This is crazy.
That George Lucas fellow, no creativity at all.
Not even one.
He's a true artist.
Let's not talk about how John Williams stole the planets, but you know.
Gru could only steal the moon. You're telling me John Williams stole the planets?
He stole all the planets, bro. Especially Mars.
John Williams.
Even
I'm
our-
going to steal Jupiter.
Even our concept of like a universe was kind of stolen from Greg.
That's
like,
true.
As science was developing, they read.
Yeah,
they
we
were
just
like,
took the Matoran part off of Matoran Universe
Yeah.
and used that for ours.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
We actually
So
took the word
uncreative.
universe from Greg.
and we call our planet Earth, but Toa of Earth, like, that's
Yeah.
obviously where we got it
That's
from.
really literally just ripped off
Yes.
directly.
Anyway, 100,000 years ago.
People are gonna think we're stupid.
Dude, if
The real
already.
question is, are they wrong?
Yeah.
Guys, we
No.
never got a formal education here in Lithuania.
Well,
Don't judge
I
us.
have a degree in bioecology. I don't know what you're talking about.
He actually has a PhD in
That's
biology.
I didn't want to brag too much.
I have a
I'll brag for
PhD
you.
in horribleness.
I'm still an undergrad.
Anyway, this begins with Keyrox and Mutran trying to make anything good from Arahi that Spiria had made, because Spiria is a complete failure in all walks of life, and so his Rahi was terrible. But as they're doing this, the leader of the Brotherhood at the time, Makuta MOCs, comes in and he says, Zia is price gouging the Matoran, and one of them needs to tag along with Icarax and Pridax to settle it.
One
Just
of
so
the
you
Matoran.
know, it's pronounced Miserix.
Miserix? No way. You didn't correct me all of the first episode?
Too late now.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm correcting you now. It's Miserix.
Okay, Miserix.
Thomas.
That was not even intentional. Okay, so Miserix, he leaves, and then here's a direct quote from the thing. It says, after he left, we flipped the Rahi to see who would have to go. Unfortunately, it had 2 heads and no tails, so it took quite some time to arrive at a decision. Which I'm like, that's just all the types of humor in this book.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
I
imagine-
absolutely love how pure evil the Makuta
I'm
are.
imagining
Well,
like
they're not evil at this time.
I'm
necessarily.
imagining like a Diary of the Wimpy Kid picture where they're just like flipping the Rahi.
Yeah. Okay, Raleigh, now flip the Rahi and like bites his hand off. And then it becomes the muddy hand. Genius.
Miserix
I
has like
forgot
the
about that.
buck teeth of Manny.
Yeah. So then eventually Mutran gets selected and he goes with Icarax to Zia. And Icarax levels some buildings and he's like, okay, because he tried to negotiate, right? And they wouldn't listen, so he just leveled some buildings. He's like, what do you think about this now? And the Zians are like, you know what? I think I'm getting the picture. We'll lower the prices. Which is so funny because the Makuta are good at this time, but obviously the line for them between good and evil was
Yeah.
like 1 degree off.
They're
They
pragmatic.
did not have to go far, let's
Yeah.
say.
These are the same people who flipped Arahi to figure out.
Yeah.
But that's kind of funny. Destroying half a city is not as funny, although it's still kind
is
I
of
was
funny.
gonna
Funny.
say that I could feel like I could definitely vision Order of Madanui members doing that as well, but then I thought they're not strictly good guys
They're not really
either,
good.
so
They're order, not
Yeah.
good. Anyway, as they leave, Mutran realizes that he lost his pet rock, his pet carnivorous rock, in all of the chaos. And he says he hopes nothing bad will happen because of it. And of course, this becomes the Zeon Mountain.
My God.
Which is so
That's
funny.
such a weird origin story for that.
I know. Like, when you're just carrying your pet carnivorous rock around with you.
So it does raise the question, if the Zeon Mountain grew from that rock to eat things, why does the hive not try to eat everything inside of it?
Because he obviously perfected it.
Okay.
Why would you
guess
make a
that's
building that you live
reasonable.
inside out of carnivorous rock? So soon after, Prydak leaves the Brotherhood to go on to bigger and better things. I wonder what that could be. It's a mystery, really. But Mizrax has Takedox. Mizrax has Takedox keep tabs on Prydak, which means that Takedox was a traitor from the very beginning. Which I'm like, oh, that's interesting, because I always thought he was just a traitor out of convenience, but I'm like, he was there from day one.
Huh.
Which makes more sense for the Makuta, because they'd be like, we're not going to leave this all up to a random group of individuals, right? It's like, we want some control.
Yeah.
And so they had the total trump card, which I like. It makes sense. However, the Makuta still weren't happy about the League forming and bossing them around, even if it was divinely appointed. And so there's a scene where they're meeting with them, and after the Barraki were kind of like total jerkwads and whatever to them, the Brotherhood started prepping plans to take out the League should it be a necessity. You know, they're just like, come on, any excuse, I'm gonna blam, take you out. Yeah, they're probably like, hey, Takedox, tell them to attack Markjuly. Then it's like the Impractical Jokers meme with them all laughing. After the League is destroyed, we cut to that now. Mutran and Gorast raid Kalma's fortress, which is littered with Rahi bones. And this is because Mutran didn't like Kalma, so all the Rahi he sent him had a lifespan of 3 days or less.
Wow.
That's really funny.
I'm like, that's so brutal.
That's actually like really funny.
Yeah, and I love that because it's so letter of the law, right? It's like, yeah,
It's
I'll
like,
send
yeah,
you more
I-
Rahi.
yeah.
I didn't say they'll live.
That is a good point.
Yeah, and you know Kalma couldn't press the point because he'd be like, get wrecked, bro.
That's also like pretty dark too.
Yeah. But then we go to the next chapter, and this is where the Matoran Civil War occurs. You see, Mutran, when the war is going on, starts putting new and deadly Rahi onto the island just to see what will happen. He's like, in the chaos, nobody will really notice.
Good guys.
Good guys, yes. Much like Botar. It's like, yeah, sure, bro. Anyway, but then Pterodax, of course, stops the entire Matoran Civil War by putting all of the offenders in the archives and then releasing all the just good guys, by the way. Wait, was it? Jacob's original intro for this was, are the Makuta just misunderstood?
Bad or just misunderstood?
guys, it'll all come together in the end.
To be fair, the Order of Matanui is no better, by the way.
The Order of Matanui is better, but
No, in terms of just doing random chaos just to see what will happen.
that's individual members, not like
As
totally
a whole.
sustained.
Botar,
But
man.
yeah, but this is the leader, the future leader of the Brotherhood doing
Yeah.
it. But yeah, Botar and Brutaka. So
Yeah, they.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I can love
Wait,
it.
what? You guys, was it last episode we were talking about Botar? Botar was the one who
He put the Tatorok on Zia.
on Zia.
Mhm.
Okay, but
Brutaka
Brutaka put the Tatorok on Metronui. Okay,
Yes.
so just Tatorok hot potato.
Yeah. Mizrax, after seeing this, he's like, you know what? We can't trust the universe to run by itself. They need a firm hand to guide them. I'm assigning one Makuta to every sector. And so, Mutran, his sector is the middle of the southern continent. Which I'm like, how big is the southern continent that you're having like 8 Makuta on here? Obviously pretty big, I would assume. But he could not care less about the inhabitants. He's like, it's just a bunch of Matoran. Whatever, bro. So he never does anything there. Which, to be fair, I doubt anything interesting is happening. Like,
Until the middle of the southern continent suddenly gets a giant hole torn in it.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, like, the southern continent, we basically know nothing that happens
Except
there.
that
Like you said,
Voinui is in the
yeah,
middle,
that's
yeah.
what I was going to say. So there probably was literally like nothing major happening.
Yeah.
Coincidence or duty or destiny that Mutran's specific
area that he didn't care about suddenly left the universe, and he's like, oh, yeah, I guess I don't have anywhere to go to. Like,
I'm
suspicious.
just saying.
Some people like call in sick to work. He's like, no, I'm sending work to sick. Okay.
That was a sick joke, Thomas. And
it really was working for you.
It was working overtime to be any sort of humor. But then Mutran is tasked with finding Tren Krom, a powerful being that the Brotherhood does not want running rampant. Now you may ask, why didn't they send Gorast, who runs the Tren Krom Peninsula? I have no clue. Probably because they like Gorast more.
I feel like there's a lot of things named after Tren Krom.
Gorast
Because he's
is
based.
dope as heck.
Gorast is pretty cool. And so there's a quote here where Mutran is musing about Tren Krom. He says, Tren Krom is no myth. He is older than the stars themselves, born in a time when there was no Matanui, no Makuta, only never-ending darkness that encompassed all. He walked through a universe in the throes of its birth, and even the shadows feared him. To meet Tren Krom was to court madness, or worse. I was like, that's a really cool description. Like, Greg can get poetical when he wants to.
Greg learning about Cthulhu.
No.
I mean,
Cthulhu learning about Greg.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, what's his face?
H.G. Wells.
No, the other one.
Lovecraft.
Lovecraft. H.P. Lovecraft.
That's
reading about Tren Krom.
He went, now that's scary.
Yeah. And what I really like about this description is that there's no hyperbole in this. This is all just straight up factually correct information. Read through it again. I'm like, huh, I never noticed that. Well, except maybe the shadows fearing him, but actually the Makuta are scared of him. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna.
The question is, why did they make him so scary? Like, what was the point of that?
The great beings were on something else, Jacob.
I just don't understand.
Have you seen Karzani?
True.
Yeah, fair.
On weekends, the great beings get high, and they're just like, oh!
They have an Eldritch Horror competition.
Yeah.
Like,
how the Zyglak were created.
yeah, humans have like writing competitions. The great beings have like creating something horrible competition.
It's like an ugly
Then
sweater.
one of them's like, I made Akamu. They're like, we're shutting these competitions. It's getting way too out of hand. So then he goes and he finds Tren Krom's island. And mere mental contact with Tren Krom almost drives Mutran completely insane, which is crazy. I'm like, whoa, that is cool. And so here's a quote: rather than crush me in his grasp, Tren Krom explored my consciousness like an archives mole rooting about for a meal. It was amazing. It was horrifying. It was a view into a mind as far beyond mine as mine is beyond a fireflyer's. And it was feeling my mind turn into a nest of serpents, hissing and slithering and trailing slime. Then everything went black. Oh, that's cool.
I kind of like that.
I know. I'm like, these are legitimately cool descriptions about Tren Krom. And then he wakes up on the island and Tren Krom is gone. But he knows as much of the universe's inner workings as his mind could comprehend. So this is where he gets all the information about the nature of the Great Spirit and the universe, as well as like some of the mechanisms of control. So like on Matanui, Makuta was able to manipulate the environment to such a high degree because he knew of deeper working mechanisms of the universe. He was able to use Metanui's column defense system in the movie because of the information he got from Tren Krom.
That's cool.
I'm like, that's actually really neat.
That's wild.
And Mutran had already heard of Makuta's idea to overthrow the Great Spirit after they destroyed the League. So now that Mutran has this information, he's like, Pterodax's dream is actually possible. I know how it can be done. And he says, with this knowledge, the Makuta could win universe. I'm like, again, no hyperbole there. That's just true.
Why did Tren Krom let him escape?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I have a few questions.
Yes.
Who tasked Mutran with doing this? Was it Miserix?
I believe it was Miserix.
Okay, so why was Miserix interested in Tren Krom?
Because if you have a super powerful guy running around, you want to keep tabs.
Okay. So that was probably the main reason.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't necessarily sending Mutran there to get information from
No, he was just be like,
he's
make
like,
sure
"Where
this
is
guy's
he?"
not going to cause
Okay.
trouble, right?
And so Trencrom can communicate telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
It's like the
That
most
makes
powerful
sense.
telepath in the setting.
That does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if that was Mutran using his telepathy to
No,
read
it was Trencrom.
Okay, Trencrom was
touching his
invading Mutran's mind, not the other way around.
Correct.
So, interesting. Why you would think that for such a strong telepath that he would intentionally not leak any information to the Makuta, but
I don't know. His mind is as far beyond mine as
I
mine
guess.
is to a firefly.
Yeah, you can't understand
bored.
insanity.
Yeah.
well,
Well,
he's not
Trencrom's not
strictly
insane.
insane.
No,
Yeah.
he's not insane, but he does induce insanity. It
Yeah.
just goes into the Eldritch Horror like we don't know.
Okay.
And it could
I'll
also be
accept it.
that any contact with his mind does glean something, right?
Yeah.
And since he has such knowledge and so little contact with the minutia of the universe, any knowledge you get would be of that grand scale, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. Anyway, Mutran tells Pterodax about this info, and Pterodax takes this info and immediately calls a convocation of Makuta on Destral. And if you remember, Makuta can call a convocation at any time, but if they don't tell the Makuta in charge, they're going to be like, this is a little sketchy. What's going on here? This was indeed more than a little sketchy. So, since it's done without Mizrax's approval, he gets there and he's like, what's going on here? And Pterodax is like, I have a new plan for the Brotherhood, and I think it's way better. And he gives some details about how he plans to overthrow the Great Spirit. Some Makuta agree, some don't, and some raise objections. However, before anything gets resolved in a professional manner, Mizrax immediately blasts Pterodax, knowing this is all just a bid for the leadership. He's like, it doesn't matter whatever it is, you're just trying to get my job. However, his refutation is really interesting. Treason, said Mizrax. Worse than treason. Stupidity. Succeed in your grand design and you risk the death of the universe itself. Which, he's not against it because it would overthrow the Great Spirit or because it's evil. He's against it because he thinks it's stupid and risks way too much.
Yeah.
Which again, I think we should not even have called the Brotherhood of Makuta a benevolent organization, because they're not even about pure order like the Order of Madanui is. They're just
About what's best for the Makuta.
Yeah, I guess
They're like selfish from the very beginning.
yeah, but yeah, and serving a god who can give them so much is a selfish motive, perhaps, and that's why they did it.
Yeah.
Right. So I just thought it was an interesting way to take the Makuta and have evil people fight amongst each other. And Greg has also said that Makuta were not opposed on moral grounds, only on practical grounds. So there was not a single Makuta who's like, maybe this is wrong.
Maybe we shouldn't kill God.
Yeah.
They're like, no.
It's can you kill God?
Yeah.
Like, can you? And if you do,
They're like, should or should we not kill God? They're like, you can kill God?
One of them's like, he's already
Please.
dead.
tell us more.
Yeah.
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche.
Wait, which Makuta would be Nietzsche?
I just feel like Nietzsche
he
would be a Makuta.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he definitely would.
He's like, God is dead and we can kill him. Go. So then Pterodax and Mizrax, spelled it with an A every time.
Except right here. Oh wait, that's because it was a copied quote.
Anyway, so Pterodax and Mizrax fight a bit more, and Pterodax takes advantage of a lull and says that all Makuta need to choose who they side with. So many of them go straight for Pterodax, with just like a very few going towards Mizrax. And Krika and Icarax are the last of the undecided to finally join Pterodax. So it's like 8 on Mizrax's side and like 80 on Pterodax's side.
Wait, can you go over the list again real quick? Who joined Mizrax?
No one that we know.
Okay.
Literally no one that we know. Which you'll see why. So, and then I have a quote here. Then, only a small number of Makuta sided with Mizrax. Seeing that they were outnumbered, they moved, somewhat reluctantly, to our side. Mizrax was left alone. So even the Makuta who sided with Mizrax are like, we're on the losing side, we're gonna bail, which I think is a very Makuta move to do. It's like, don't stand by your principles, abandon them when it's convenient.
Very practical.
Yep. Now, Pterodax is officially the new leader, and he orders Miserex to die. But obviously, Miserex is not happy with this, and he's like, I'll be avenged! I'll get you, and your little dog, too!
He was talking about Spinex.
But, interestingly, Pterodax sends Krika and Spiria to carry out the execution, which makes me think he did not actually want Miserex to die, because I'm like, why would you send these two?
Spiria.
The last guy to join you, and Spiria.
Yeah.
Like, I can't understand any rationale behind this combo. Like, what a terrible combo.
Well, he probably really didn't want Miserex to die.
But why?
Well, why would he kill someone who could potentially be an ally at some point? It doesn't make sense.
Well, because he's a potential rival.
He has to put... Makuta Pterodax is not the kind of guy who wastes resources or even potential resources.
Bro threw 1,000 Rockshi at Voparak.
Yeah, Rockshi are not that.
Rockshi are not valuable.
He doesn't waste valuable resources ever. And so, like, if he has a super powerful Makuta like Miserex, who is extremely powerful, obviously.
I think this point will not stand up to the next sentence, because he also has Gorast and Icarex kill the Makuta who initially sided with Miserex. So that's why I said we don't know about any of them, because they all
Fair
got
enough,
murked.
I guess.
See, but this combo actually makes sense, because he sends Gorast and Icarex, the two best fighters in the entire Brotherhood.
And also the ones who joined him right away, presumably.
Icarex was one of the last.
Yeah, that's true.
See, I like it because Gorast, I think, was one of the first, and Icarex would need to prove his loyalty.
That's because Gorast is a weird Pterodax simp.
Yeah.
Wait, really? Wait, is she actually?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. Because all of the female characters in Bionicle are Pterodax simps.
Wait, really?
Golly, no comma. Like, I can't get enough of Pterodax.
Wait, when did I...
It's literally just Rudaka, and
Rudaka
Gorast
and
is not
Gorast.
obsessed with Pterodax. He's technically obsessed with the plan,
Fair enough.
which Pterodax came up with.
Fair enough.
Pterodax is just a really good-looking dude, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Greg later revealed that it was 5 total Makuta who sided with Miserex. So when I was saying 8 earlier, that was an exaggeration. It was 5 out of 100. What a sad number. Anyway, and when they were killed, their masks were nailed to the wall as warnings. Which I'm like, that's actually metal as heck. However, Miserex's mask was mysteriously missing. Ooh, wonder why that could be. Because he didn't die. Spoiler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Never would have figured that out.
So later on, the Makuta, who are now evil, are planning with Cajole.
Wait, really quickly, before we move on, I have some things to say.
Oh.
First off, even if Miserex's mask was nailed to the wall, that doesn't mean anything, because I remember the Paraka doing that to the Tohanuba, and they were still alive.
That's true.
So, but the other thing I was going to say is Pterodax. I love how Pterodax gets this information from Mutran, right, about the Great Spirit and the workings of the universe. And he's like, all right, immediate coup. Like, let's overthrow Miserex. Let's do this right now. It's like, how long have you... Okay, wait a second. Like, slow down here. How long have you been planning this? How did you know you...
He's been planning it since League of Six Kingdoms.
Well, I know that, like, it says that he's had this plan, but... It's just funny that his immediate... It's not like, let's try to work this out. Let's try, like...
Can I convince him? Get him on my side.
It's like, nope, I'm ready to fight him right now. Let's go. Yeah. It's just kind of crazy to me that he was so prepared in that regard. Like, not that his plan was prepared. That he was just... At the drop of a hat, he was like... I'll betray Miserex.
I think he just had his entire plan set up, and he was just waiting for the fuel, right? Which is the information on how to take out Mad and Nui. Everything else, I think he already had planned out.
But it's just like how he didn't even know he was ever gonna get that information.
I know, but if he ever did, bro.
That sounds like a Makuta thing to do. Is to be like, yeah, I have a plan, and I definitely want to do it.
Well, in Shadows in the Sky, they even comment they're like he has backup plans on his backup plans. He probably had backup plans for breakfast.
Yeah.
So, obviously, he was a schemer way before he became the leader of the Brotherhood.
Gordon's got
You know
plans.
what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, no, it is really funny.
He's a schemer, and he's pretty cocky. Sounds like.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, his schemes are actually pretty decent schemes.
Yeah. Anyway, later the Makuta are planning with Makuta Cajole, who is the secretive Makuta of Artaka. the island of Artaka, not Artaka himself. One Makuta per Artaka. They're like, okay, we want to like get some info and start planning about what to do about the island of Artaka. So like, hey, Kajol, where is Artaka? He's like, I'm not telling you. I'm like,
it's probably honestly a really smart choice.
I'm like, that's genius actually, because it gives him such leverage. But I'm like, well, if Mizrax assigned him there, wouldn't he know? And I'm like, oh, Mizrax is gone, and there's no way he was gonna tell the other Makuta if he's trying to keep it secret.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a pretty funny thing. But as they're discussing, they all suddenly can't move, and they see a green mist coming out of Kajol. And so Kirox goes and he runs some tests, and he discovers that the Kuda have all simultaneously morphed into energy gas antidermis. And Mutran is really mad that Kirox figured this out before he did. He's like, dang it.
Wait, if they can't move, how did Kirox?
It's not explained. I thought the same thing. I looked through it and I'm like, what is going on?
Suddenly they can't move, and instantly Kirox moves to run tests.
Yeah, I like to think that he used some of his Makuta powers like gravity or levitation or something to get over there, but I have literally no definitive answer.
When they turn into like antidermis, what does that mean?
That means they're now gaseous energy beings that have to inhabit a shell or robot rather than just being biomechanical like everyone else.
So they're just stuck?
They no longer have flesh.
Yes, so they couldn't move because their armor wasn't designed to move with their
It wasn't
gaseous forms. Yeah.
Like imagine if you were in a suit of armor and you suddenly turned to water.
Oh, okay.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
Hey.
that would be really weird.
Yeah, you'd be like, this doesn't work too well.
You'd be like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah. So then Pterodax brings in the Ninra Ghost to help make new proto-steel armor for the Makuta. And this is where it states that the armor is super thick and leaves very little room inside because their gaseous forms don't take up much space. And Kirox also figures out that they can inhabit mechanical body, and he pranks Mutran with some Exotoa armor. And by prank, I mean as Mutran's walking by, he just attacks him. Which is pretty funny.
Brilliant.
Because Mutran's walking by, he's like, oh, there's some Exotoa, and then blam, he gets hit with it. He's like, what's going on? And then Kirox just starts laughing his behind off. And Mutran's like, okay, that's pretty cool. I just thought it was, what a stupid moment. But then, later on, Kajol hears rumors about Artaka creating the Mask of Life. I'm like, Kajol, aren't you the Makuta? You know where, you can just ask him. Like, he doesn't even know you're evil at this point. What's your deal, bro? So after hearing these rumors, Pterodax gets the information after Kajol tells him, and Pterodax wants him to stage a small infiltration and secretly steal the mask. And he's tasking Kajol with this because Kajol still won't tell him where Artaka is. So then Kajol is like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And he goes in with a whole army and of like Vizorak and Rakshi and like Exotoa, and he leads it. And the first wave of Vizorak get instantly obliterated by a bunch of crystal serpents. But then the Rakshi go in, and then he goes in himself and starts ransacking the island. The problem is, since he directly attacked himself, now everybody knows that the Makuta are the ones attacking the island. They can't say it was Rogue Rakshi or Rogue Vizorak. And so Pterodax is like, are you stupid? Why would you do that?
Why are all of the Makuta stupid except for Pterodax?
Yeah.
To be fair, it's obvious why he's the leader. And honestly, like, everyone else is dumb. They really are.
I mean, Pterodax is also dumb. He got beat by the Haga and the Metru.
It's true.
To be fair, there were some extenuating circumstances, but still.
Yeah, him being
Like-
stupid.
like Destiny definitely put a number
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
Destiny is like,
Yeah, that was the
I'm
extent.
not sure about this guy.
And Unity probably.
Yes, but that's why he starts using Destiny to his advantage later on. So he's smart for that. But eventually, Kajol does get the mask, and Pterodax is like, okay, at least we have the mask. You know, that's nice. I hope nobody steals this from us.
How did Artaka lose?
Because Artaka is not a warrior, is the explanation.
But
he wasn't prepared either.
I feel like just because he's not a warrior doesn't mean he doesn't know how to make weapons.
Well, yeah, he could make weapons, but supposedly it was a
Like
quick attack.
Nectan.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I had a tank and you tried to attack me, and it's you like beat me back. I'm just not. I'm not a soldier.
Yeah. I do agree that he should have won. Like, I'm like, because it says like the defenses, he has like automated sentries and whatever, but I'm like, I think they would have obliterated a few rock shapes. Like, I don't see what you can do. I digress.
We'll just take them at their word that he lost.
Artaka was napping, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting thing is after this, the surviving Brotherhood forces of that specific raid began dying and disappearing under mysterious circumstances. Like a group of Rakshi who are on an island that had been attacking Artaka suddenly all get completely obliterated. Oh, curious. Some of the Vizorak just die off suddenly. It's like, oh, that's a little spooky. And after a while, Mutran sees this pattern. He's like, okay, all these people mysteriously dying for the raid on Artaka. And soon enough, only Kajol is left. And he's like, I should go warn Pterodax. But he's like, wait a second. I don't even like Kajol. So naturally, I did nothing. Why? Because Joel was a posturing, arrogant, obnoxious buffoon. If someone else wanted to spare me the trouble of killing him one day, so be it. I'm like, yeah.
This is
No, this is Mutran.
I mean, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I meant to say Mutran. Mutran is such a little turd. I love him.
But in the story, Kajol is an obnoxious jerkwad. I'm like, I don't mind if he dies. He's Speria 2.0.
Right?
He's Speria 0.5. He's not as bad as Speria.
I wonder, okay, I have a question though.
Mm-hmm.
So, where is Keyrox in all this? Like, is he doing anything important?
He's just, sometimes he shows up and just has some
Okay.
banter with Mutran. I'll mention it when it shows up. However, we finally get to how Kajol dies. And what happens is he's going to the Vortex and he's showing them a new armor-eating virus. But it mysteriously only likes protosteel and destroyed his entire body in mere seconds. Then his essence was mysteriously placed inside an industrial blast furnace that was going on at full blast. But you know, accidents happen.
That's crazy. Okay, so how often did Makuta die? At this
This
point?
is the only time. This is the first time aside from Makuta killing each other.
Well, I mean, obviously, though, this was assassination, right?
No, it was an accident.
Weren't you listening to
So
that?
how many Makuta have died up to this point, roughly?
9.
Well, the 5 that were killed.
Oh,
and
it
then
was
Kajol.
5, not 8.
Yeah.
So, okay, 6.
Yeah, 6
So
total.
no Makuta had ever died in the entire history of the whole universe, except for one. And then suddenly, Pterodax takes over and 9 of them die.
Yeah, that's
6
pretty.
of them
6
die.
of them die.
Yeah,
Pretty-
that's crazy, actually.
I mean, they're really hard to kill,
Yeah.
and they're pretty risk averse.
I guess it's only, and most of them kill each other, so yeah.
Yeah.
If you were like making a story or starting a story, this would be a really good place to start it,
Mm-hmm.
because it would mark a point where like kind of a point of no return
Mm-hmm.
when it's something that
It's like the
insane
floodgates are
happens.
open. Makuta
Yeah,
can die.
it's like I don't like what is it like 6 gods, like low-key gods die within
Yeah.
like a couple months. And you're like, oh shoot, something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah. No, I really like it's like, well, even the beginning of the new Superman movie, it's where like Superman has ever been defeated until now. It's like, okay, let's see what happens. We get a lame movie, but I digress. Jacob's not gonna like that one. Anyway, so they go and interrogate, and the Vortex is like, we didn't do it, bro. But Makuta's like, I don't believe you, and he nukes part of Zia again. I'm like, poor Zia. Can't catch a break, and this will be a running theme as we go on. And Pterodax says, as a reminder to be more careful in the future, because of course, you know, it was an accident. What are you gonna do?
Right. What are you going to do when your armor melts away and your whole essence gets
It's thrown into a
evaporated
blast
by a
furnace.
blast furnace? Yeah.
Zean OSHA is not where it's at, okay? So, Mutran then kicked himself because he didn't get Artaka's location before Kajol died. So now no one in the Brotherhood knows where Artaka actually is.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious. It's like, what do you mean you lost it? Just missing.
Well, I feel like that's such a stupid excuse too, because okay, the Makuta can shapeshift and they can shapeshift into forms that can fly, as we know. It's like you have literal thousands of years to do whatever you want. You cannot comb the whole Matoran universe to find Artaka.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that big, guys.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, I don't know how you're doing this unless Artaka had some sort of cloaking device, but I'm like, that doesn't
Which
seem to be
actually
the case.
would be super legit,
It
though.
would be super cool.
Or what if it was like
Where
Destro
it could
and he would
teleport?
move to different whenever they were getting close or he thought they might know, he would teleport to different
that was
locations
actually my
around
theory,
the
because
whole
I'm like,
universe.
that makes way more sense, right?
Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
That's
He
Interesting.
teleports on top of Karzani, be like, mine now.
Fascinating fan theory, Samuel.
Yeah. So he also searched for anyone else who knew the location of Artaka, because he's like, surely it wasn't just Kajol who knew. There were other people, but they're also mysteriously dead as well. And he's like, okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. But
Taka killed them.
yeah, no, literally, he's like, Artaka's really mad about this. Like, he's going on a complete tear through everyone.
Mutran's
Yeah.
like, this is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Yeah. Now there are none of
actually,
them.
it's way more of them.
Yeah. Anyway, but then the Toahaga steal the Mask of Light anyway. And he's like, dang it.
Toahaga?
Yeah.
Yeah. They originally stole the Mask of Light.
Yep.
And not just any Toahaga. Specifically, Pterodax's
Pterodax's Toahaga. And two of them beat Pterodax in a straight up fight.
Who? Which ones?
Norik and Aruni, the ones with sets. Gotta make them cool, you know?
And
they are
to
cool.
to clarify, Daniel, this is the second time the Mask of Light has been stolen.
Yeah, they stole it from
Kajol
Artaka.
stole it from Artaka, and then the Haga stole it from Pterodax.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because of this betrayal, Pterodax moves up his timetable. And this is when he goes to Metronui and starts the Great Cataclysm. So this is when he introduces the virus to Metronui, but it is not when the Great Cataclysm takes place, because it took 300 years for the effect to happen. However, the damage to Destrel during the Great Cataclysm was extremely high. It was like shaking the entire island, and one Makuta had his entire armor destroyed because he got hit by something. I'm like, dang, it really was a great cataclysm. But this is where the events of the Toa Metru happen, and Makuta is humiliated by his defeat, and all the Matoran are gone, and the Mask of Time is gone, and the Vizirax Swarm is gone, and the Brotherhood Dark Hunter War is started. So all in all, a really bad time to be a Makuta. Everything's going downhill.
What did Goras do after this?
We don't know.
Okay.
But Icarax, after seeing all this, loses faith in the plan. And he's like, I'm just going to conquer the universe on my own. Okay, obviously Pterodax is mucking it all up. And so he goes and he starts conquering some of the southern islands. And Pterodax is like, what? No, you can't do that. So he goes and he fights him. And what happens is he's just sitting there, like just taking hit after hit. And he exhausts Icarax, who then... Icarax also had an army of Manus crabs, by the way, because apparently those are super
I was
easy
going to
to
say
get.
that's a common thing,
He's the
I
Makuta of
guess.
Karzani, though. So I'm assuming he took all the crabs from
that
Karzani.
does make sense.
He's like, hey, Karzani, can you loan me some crabs? He's like, sure, I got you.
Not the crabs again.
He's like, I got my Manutri to keep me.
Okay. Genuinely, I think that Greg just really liked crabs.
Crabs are really. I think a lot of Bionicle
I thought you said
fans
the
like
Manus aren't
crabs.
crabs. They're bugs.
But I think a
I'm
lot
not a
of
biologist,
Bionicle.
okay?
I think like the amount of Bionicle fans and like crab lovers overlap.
Honestly,
It's a complete
it's
circle.
a circle.
Clay
yeah.
loves crabs.
It's true.
Loves crabs.
They're the
That's like
perfect form of life.
that's the go-to Bionicle build too.
Venn
Really?
diagram is a
I
circle.
think Toa is the go-to Bionicle build.
Nah, it's crabs are the original.
Toa crab.
I'm
More-
gonna look up Bionicle crabs.
More
right
crabs
now.
have been
There's
built
so
than
many.
Toa.
That was Jack's first real build.
Was it crab?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, one of the very first like Rahi builds was a crab.
True. Anyway,
Just saying.
Anyway, so he exhausts Icarax, and then after Icarax is like, Pterodax uses his Rahi control to turn all of the Manus onto Icarax, which is the second time that Pterodax has used a Manus crab army against the people who brought them. So obviously, it's a pretty common tactic of his. And then Pterodax completely mentally obliterates and humiliates Pterodax, or Icarax.
I was like Pterodax.
Wait, really quickly. Well, I guess you can finish this now. Go back.
Yeah, and the reason Icarax is still alive is because Pterodax thought it'd be funny.
Dang.
Wow. He's so cocky and so smart, and I love it.
I know. What are you gonna say, Samuel?
I was going to say, so Pterodax turns Icarax's Manus army against him.
Mm-hmm.
How did he do that?
Because Icarax was exhausted mentally.
Oh, okay, so that's what I was going to
Mhm.
say. So that makes a lot of sense. Because I was going to I was wondering if Pterodax maybe had just more mental capacity than Icarex.
I think he does as well.
He could just like brute strength it, but that.
Yeah, he exhausted Icarex, then pulled that thing.
Huh.
I would imagine that Icarex, because it says Icarex was wailing on him physically, so I was assuming, I was headcanoning that Makuta survived that because he's using limited invulnerability or rapid healing or one of those powers to take the hits. But it never states that explicitly. It just says that he survived it somehow. So I'm like, whatever.
I was thinking about really quickly. I just happened to go back through the notes real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When you said that Makuta nuked part of Vortex,
He did not nuke it. He just destroyed part of it.
how?
Makuta
I like
Sour-
to think that
Did he
what
send
he
a
did.
couple of Toa in?
That's what I was gonna say. He
Nova
he
Blast.
teleported Destrel fairly near. He took a giant cannon, put a Toa
Angry
in
Bird
it,
slingshotted a
and he
Toa.
was like, "All right, start charging up that Nova Blast, Haga," and then lets him go. Boom! Actually, that would be a crazy
That would
thing
be
Thomas, you
to
need to
see.
do a Bionicle Warfare Part 2. Theoretical uses for Bionicle powers in war. I would watch the heck
That
out
would be
of
really good.
it. Toa Nova Blast cannons, teleportation based combat.
Yeah.
You got
You just teleport someone's head off.
yeah. You got armor eating viruses. Yeah.
You put it
there's-
in the ventilation system.
like, okay, that's a good question. So, like, do they have like a Geneva Conventions basically where
I can
it's like?
confirm they do not.
They're like mustard gases. Okay.
Well, I'm thinking like, I mean, if they have armor eating viruses that can absolutely just destroy armor in minutes, and isn't armor a crucial part of?
Everyone has armor, yes.
So it's a crucial part of their biology, right? So
It'd be like a bone-eating virus.
yeah, essentially. So how is this not just banned like writ large across the board?
Well, it's not banned. The Makuta are the only one who have access to this virus because they don't want anyone else having access to this virus.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, but mainly social trust is actually pretty high in most societies in the Matoran universe, so that's why they don't need a Geneva Convention.
It's actually crazy to think. I mean, it's actually not crazy to think because when it comes
Wait, that makes sense.
Start over.
yeah.
It's crazy to think that it's actually not crazy to think that.
I was going to say it's crazy to think, but then I said it's not crazy to think because like that's not why he was laughing. He was laughing because he let him rip.
I was laughing at Daniel's reaction to
What
you.
did Daniel do?
He was laughing at you. I was laughing at you, laughing at him laughing at you.
This is crazy.
What are you even saying, though?
It's not crazy to think that if they had weapons that could destroy nearly everything, that they would have that social.
Well, yeah, it's like mutually
nukes.
assured
That's
destruction,
what I was about to say. It's like all the nuclear capable countries in the world who could blow each other up all at any given moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but you don't, because that would be dumb.
Yeah, it's like the Toa Dark Hunter War. It's like you're not destroying the city. That's not something you're gonna do, right?
Yeah.
You have to fight in smaller scale ways.
It's like your average like Texas neighborhood where everyone has like an automatic,
Yeah.
and they're just like, "We're good, brother."
Yeah.
That is actually a
And they
pretty
also all had
valid.
nukes in their basement.
Okay, a question. Does Mutran ever mention anything about the fact that his entire area that he's in charge of just disappeared?
He does
during the
not,
break?
actually. Like I said, he could not care less.
I mean, presumably he had a base there or something, right? Like,
He's like just chilling, palling around, flying. He comes back and he's like, "Hey, when did we get that nice water feature?"
Well, I like to imagine, because Vampra found the entrance to Cardanui, and he's like, "Oh, guys, I found it." And then they go down there, and imagine Mutran like this waterfall going through Cardanui. It looks a lot like the one going through my place. It's like, I wonder if we're gonna find Cardanui going through.
I just think that's so funny that, like, presumably the exact area, like maybe not his whole territory.
I like to imagine
but
it was exactly Voyanui shaped.
like presumably a huge chunk of his territory just vanishes, and he's just like,
Well, and he clearly doesn't even bother to explore it because it's like Thomas said, the hole would have been going down into Cardinui. He would have been like, why is this entire dome of the southern continent not filling with water? It's like, oh, maybe because there's a giant hole that continues going somewhere. And he's like, no, I'm not going to look at that.
It's like these drainage systems are really good.
This is more support for the fact that all the Makuta are stupid except Pterodax.
Didn't he just not want his job to begin with?
Yeah, like he does not.
Yeah, he just doesn't
He
care.
just wants to create Rahi, which is technically part of the job. I don't think he really cares about creating Rahi that are useful to Matoran. He just likes making Rahi. He's in it for the love of the game, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
So, he's a peer academic in Rahi making. So, then we come to chapter 10. The final chapter. He begins the chapter by saying how quickly 1,000 years can go by when you're busy outdoing Kirox in Rahi creation.
Classic.
So, like,
Time flies when you're having
yeah,
fun.
gotta love Mutran. And so then Mutran eventually makes the Shadow Leeches and gets an adventurous Matoran to volunteer for its effect. This is the origin of Vikan, or Vikan. It's Vikan, isn't it?
It's Vicodin.
Vicodin?
Vikan.
Yeah, just
Vicam.
remember it like that.
Oh yeah, and then there's a quote here. It was shortly after I introduced him, Vikan, to the wonder that is Destral, that a most fascinating incident took place. A Matoran went flying through my laboratory to be dashed against the far wall. His armor was crimson, but it's obvious he was one of mine, meaning another beneficiary of the gift of a Shadow Leech. He was followed by Gorast in her usual state of rage/psychosis.
Sounds about
I
right.
Bro's like,
I'm like, I love Mutran so much.
Bro has the most flattering descriptions of
Yeah,
all the
Makuta,
characters.
cajole, you obnoxious, slithering useless. It's like Gorast, you raging, psychotic,
But how
wag.
do you
Mutran
really
just
feel?
sees it how it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've always felt like he was one of the more like just kind of objective. He reminds me. I already said this, but he reminds me a lot of. He reminds me a lot of Knockout.
Yeah.
He's just very like kind of
It's like if they didn't lose the science aspects of Knockout as they went on.
right.
Like
He's just like very like sort of removed from things.
well, and he like Knockout doesn't give you the vibe that he's like evil to the core.
Right.
Yeah.
He just he's kind of
just evil casually.
He's aligned with the Decepticons because he gets the most benefit out of what they do, right?
Like even at the end of Transformers, he's on the Autobot side.
yeah.
yeah.
So it's like
Transformers Prime podcast win.
oh.
So good.
Yeah, it is good. So then this Matoran, who's named Voltraz, had actually found Cardinui, but wanted something in return for the info. And so Gorast beat the pulp out of him, and he gave up the info.
Wait, isn't this Voltraz is one of the Titan sets from this year?
Yes.
He's
I
got a
believe so.
little speeder thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's in the Brothers in Arms story. But then Pterodax orders 8 Makuta to go to Cardinui and take it over. And Icarax was one of the 8 he ordered, and he refuses. And he's like, just leave without me. Because Pterodax assigns them all, and they're like, okay. And then as soon as he leaves, he's like, I'm not going. You guys are on your own.
I just still can't get over how unconcerned the Makuta are about the giant waterfall that just appeared in the middle of the southern continent.
Yeah.
Like, because like presumably that's how Voltraz finds.
I mean, they presumably knew what was going to happen, at least a little bit, because like they said, they had legends and tales of Voyanui. They knew what was going to be there. And
Fair
Pterodax had
enough.
calculated a lot of what was going to occur from the Great Cataclysm.
fair enough.
So I don't think they would have been that surprised. However, all the Makuta then go to Cardinui, and there's a great quote from Mutran. Cardinui, how to describe its glory, its wonder, its sheer beauty. How to capture the feeling one gets at the first sight of it. It isn't easy, but let me try. It's a big cave with a swamp in it.
I love this guy.
I know, I'm like reading through this was such a
He
joy.
is a real one.
It's a big cave with a swamp in it.
Yeah. So then we cut to current time, and Mutran is in his cave, and a flash of light goes off. And he's like, huh. Well, if it's something important, I'm sure I'll find out about it later. The
No
end.
boy.
Obviously, that's
He doesn't get
Matoro
blinded by
Yeah.
too far away. Like I said, apparently the blinding effect, he had to be right there.
Yeah. Which is actually what's shown in the comics, to be fair.
I don't
The
remember.
Makuta are like right there.
I mean, yeah, in the book, they're like,
Yeah. They get murked.
right
The
there.
epicenter.
Like, reach out and touch him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just,
Ground zero for the Matoro light nuke.
Yeah. I thought Mutran is just great. And the serial has a whole like lighthearted tone that fits the arrogant retelling of events that a Makuta would give, right?
Yeah.
And it also has great lore and details that expand on the Brotherhood as a faction and really helps flesh them out. I'm like, this is just S-tier serial.
I had no idea how many Makuta died. That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is kind of like what I'm trying to remember when we covered. Is it one of the other serials? There was like one serial where it explained so much stuff. Oh yeah, it was Legacy of Evil.
Legacy of Evil.
Yeah, it was Legacy of Evil. Thank you.
Yes, this felt like the Legacy of Evil
where
series.
it's like, oh, now it's connecting so much stuff that it's like we kind of knew must have happened, or even if we didn't know it had happened, it was filling in the world in a way that was actually really satisfying.
Yeah.
And I feel like this was that for the Makuta, where it's not quite as in depth, but it's like you do get all of the major components that you need to finally go, this is what the Makuta have been doing the whole time, right? Like, because up to this point, we didn't even know that there were multiple Makuta, right? It's like, that's how secretive they've been.
Yeah.
And now you get to see their impact on the entire universe all in one go, and I just think that's pretty satisfying.
I think it really sells the power and reach of the Makuta.
Power.
It like
The
it's
reach.
like it like gives you like history in a very like you get like the culture of the Makuta almost.
One thing
like
that-
you're not getting like a history, you're getting like a biography almost.
Yeah, you get the flavor of the Makuta as they retell the event.
What's actually hilarious about Bionicle for something that's meant to be like a chronicle, like a legend and whatever.
Some sort of biological chronicle.
Yeah, exactly. They don't do the story doesn't do a lot of just like straight like telling the lore to you. There's a lot of like lore dropped in bits through other parts of the story, which is actually kind of fascinating.
Yeah, you do have to kind of pick it. Like, there's no like large info dumps.
Yeah,
really.
like it never really does a ton of info dumps, except for the like first couple years.
It does a few, but yeah, it's not as blatant as like Council of There's no Council
Which
of
is
Elrond.
funny because I think if you had gotten giant info dumps, it would have been totally forgivable in this format of storytelling.
Well, I think it's easier to avoid that pitfall when you have not thought of the lore yet. Like,
Fair.
how do you info dump stuff you don't even know exists?
Fair point.
Yeah.
They didn't even know who Trencrom was.
Yeah. Anyway, there are a few events that the Brotherhood does that are uncovered by the Mutran Chronicles. So I will cover those now. And that is the Makuta were created by Madanui 100,000 years ago.
I just have to comment on your use of the word uncovered. I don't think that works here.
They were not covered.
Yes, because uncovered
Good
would
point.
mean they were exposed.
There were things that were not disclosed in the
There we
Mutran
go.
Chronicles.
I mean, you
Therefore-
could have also said just not covered, but
No.
Which is a
Gotta be
synonym
one
for
word.
disclothed.
People are disclosed in cardinuity.
Uncovered and disclosed.
I don't like
This
this.
is a family show, Thomas.
Bionicle does have kind of a lot of nudity.
Good point. Nobody's wearing clothes until
And if they
Glatorian.
take off their masks, it's like, wow!
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Anyway, starting off the non-covered events, we have that the Makuta were created 100,000 years ago, and they were given shape-shifting, shadow control, Rahi control, and telepathy so they could tame any type of Rahi. Because Madanui is like, okay, it's going to be Rahi, and they're going to have every ecological niche and temperament available. So I need someone who can do literally everything. So I'm like, you know what? That's fair. That pretty much covers all the bases. Then he gave him 42 more powers. He's like, just to be really sure. And after Pterodax took over, the Order, every single Brotherhood member purged all inner light from themselves. So they weren't totally evil. But after Pterodax took over, they're like, okay, now we will literally become completely evil. And they also publicly claimed that Miserix died in a Rahi creation accident.
Yeah, that's believable.
And I also think it's funny. The only public death that they announce is the one guy who didn't die.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And so after that, they raided Artaka. And, yeah, after they raided Artaka, they had also commissioned the Ninra Ghosts to make faux rock, which are fake Borok. However,
what?
Yeah. So they're like Borok that don't have Krana.
Oh, that's weird.
But they still have the elemental powers and function. So it's like the Borok when they reprogrammed them on Madanui to like help rebuild the villages.
The
It's
Borok or the Borok.
No, like the normal.
The specific. Oh, gotcha.
Because they like
gotcha.
reprogrammed
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hordes,
yeah.
right? So basically, the Ninra Ghost made a bunch of those.
Huh.
However, when they were working for the Makuta, they discovered the evil plans because they just raided Artaka. And so they sabotaged all the faux rock. And so when the Makuta activated them, they started rampaging around. However, the Toahaga were sent in to go deal with the faux rock and wipe that out, which I'm like, that's so
Didn't
sad.
Didn't Greg have to make the faux rock because of a mistake in one of the comics?
I don't know if that was a mistake in one of the comics, but in the Toahaga comic, there is a Borok fighting with the other Brotherhood forces. So it's like, what is that doing?
I like how many like lore holes Greg has to plug because somebody screwed up something.
I think Greg might be like one of the best
like the
writers
fact
to ever live, or the worst, where he's just making stuff up as he goes. He's
because
like,
people keep like messing stuff up, and then he's like, I gotta come up with an explanation for this, like including the fact that heckin' Kitongu is on the cover of the Dark Hunter book, and then he has to make up an
There's a
excuse for
shape-shifting
that.
Dark Hunter, trust me, bro.
Wait, is that what he said?
Yeah,
That's
literally.
the reason Kitongu's on the cover of the Dark Hunter, because he's like, it's actually a shape-shifting Dark Hunter. And he appears in one of the serials. But it's funny, because no one had seen Kitongu in that... Because Kitongu's only discovered way late in this timeline. So when that Dark Hunter shows up, he looks like Kitongu, but nobody knows who that is. So like, he's a yellow-looking guy who can shapeshift. What is going on?
That's pretty funny,
so
actually.
So when you think about it, it's actually kind of impressive that Greg is able to do all of this and make it even semi-coherent at all.
Imagine if every discrepancy was the shape-shifting Dark Hunter. It's like, why was Borok there? It was the shape-shifting Dark Hunter. He was all of them.
But then at the same time, he comes up with nonsense lore, like the fact that the freaking Avmatoran turned into Borok for some reason. That was not necessary at all. There was no plot hole that needed to be filled there.
Jacob, I needed that.
No one needed that.
Needed that. I looked at the Avatar and I was like, it's almost perfect.
I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
It's like the cherry on top.
Anyway, after the Toahaga killed the faux rock, the Makuta killed all the Ninra ghosts who made the faux rock. I'm like, that's a bummer ending. But the cool thing is that the faux rock did have full-blown Borok powers of all the 6 main breach tribes. What were the...
Swarms.
Oh, swarms.
but-
yeah,
the
the different swarms.
swarms.
Each one was
Yeah,
a
okay.
swarm.
Yeah.
That's right. I was trying to think of the terminology. Anyway, after that, the Haga then betray... Like, sometime after that, the Haga betray the Brotherhood. I just put it as the hood. They're getting out of the hood.
Makuta in the hood. Makuta's in the
More
hood.
evidence for Daniel's theory.
You guys missed the theory.
No one misses the theory, okay? It will not be missed.
Makuta's in the hood with a Z.
So then the Haga betray the Brotherhood, and Makuta infects Madanui. And as he does that, he's like, wait, Toa of Iron and Magnetism are a major threat. So we're just going to kill all of them, and then we're going to closely monitor all the Matoran and Magnetism tribes to see if any Toa of them are created. And as far as we know, only one Toa of Iron managed to survive the Purge, which is pretty crazy. And so then the Metru Saga begins, and you all know the rest, do you not? We went over those books in detail.
I don't remember.
Trust me,
I'm
we
just
know.
kidding.
Okay, there were 5 Toa and one more.
Okay, Thomas. So wait, who's the guy who made the Makuta again?
Madanui?
Madanui. You said that like he was just trying to make people who could do a bunch of stuff, so he didn't have to keep his eyes on everything.
I mean, so they could control Rahi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then would that like make sense as to why some of the Roxy powers are repetitive? Because like as he's building them, he puts in something and he's like, this is a good idea. And then he's like, no, and he just adds on extra programming, and then he's like, I'm just not gonna like clean up the like the stuff I did. He's just adding on powers because
instead of redrafting, he just adds the second draft on the bottom of the first draft
because
he's like fragmentation, disintegration, molecular disruption. Yeah, it's fine.
You know, it'd be better than it'd be better than a lightning bolt, chain lightning.
His backspace was broken, so he couldn't change it.
Both.
He was using a typewriter, Thomas.
Because he's just trying to pump out people who can do good jobs.
I think the 42 Makuta powers actually come from the base essence of the Makuta, which we'll get into a bit. So, that is all the events of the Makuta. Once we hit the Metru Saga, there's nothing we don't know, essentially. What do you guys think of the Makuta overall?
I think they're a really good concept, honestly. I think, like, given the pretty harsh shift into, we went from one guy named Makuta into there's a whole species of these guys, I feel like it's really well done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything about it that made me like roll my eyes and go like, this is like this was not worth that like mental switch, you know? Like I think they're used mostly to their full potential, honestly.
Yeah, it seems one of the weirdest cases of Bionicle's strange coherence, right? Because when they do make that switch, I'm like, it makes sense why you wouldn't have heard about the other Makuta, right?
Yeah.
It just does.
Yeah. I think it is handled really well. I think that's what makes it really work, is that it doesn't feel campy. It doesn't feel retcon-y either, which even though it is a retcon, it's not, it doesn't feel like it. I think it's
in lore it could feel like a retcon, right?
Yeah.
Like the Toa are like, what, there's more Makuta? What?
Yeah. And I think that just the events and walking through it and seeing, oh, okay, I understand why this wouldn't have been, like, why we wouldn't have known this from the general lore is actually perfectly acceptable. I think it's well handled. So I think that's what contributes to it working and not feeling completely out of place. I also think it works because to think Makuta is the sole, like, purveyor of evil, like in the whole universe is kind of,
once the universe gets bigger, it's weirder to think.
Yeah,
right?
So it's like, okay, now when you think about, there are 100 of them, I would buy that a lot more than this guy is causing literally all the problems in the universe.
And narratively, I think it works really well because it's not like, there's a bunch of Makuta, now there's a new big bad because Pterodax was just one of the weak Makuta, and now you got to get up to like the mid tiers and the leader of the Brotherhood. Instead, it expands the main Makuta, who we know, it expands his grandeur and reach because he is the head. It's hyping him up more rather than displacing his threat, right?
Yeah.
Because even when they're fighting all the other Makuta, it's like, yeah, but it's not Pterodax, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to get your hands on Pterodax.
Well, and I think in addition to that, like they have been doing a good job of building up Pterodax by himself, so that when you get to that point where the Makuta are like, we aren't Pterodax. Pterodax is like the best of us. It's completely understandable. Best in quotes. Yeah. But it's like, it's understandable because in the years prior to this, we've actually seen Makuta grow more and more like devious and actually very maniacal and evil. And it's not that he wasn't to begin with, but he's gotten more nuanced and complicated but much more powerful feeling to him. Like, so when you finally get to this point, it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense that Pterodax is the leader and that they are all not necessarily fearful of him, but definitely respect his power, so.
Yeah, they kind of view Pterodax how we do, right? They're like, oh, wow, he's a schemy, evil guy who's super powerful and good at what he does.
Yeah.
Can I piggyback off what you said?
No. You can leapfrog off of it, maybe.
Like I think, well, I can't, like, because he reminds me a lot of Sauron. Just probably because you have a picture of him in the back. But I think
is it about the video where I compared him to Sauron?
Maybe. Well, I try not to watch your videos.
Oh, okay. Good choice.
He's like not interested.
He's like, I need something stronger than don't recommend channel. He's like, do I have a delete channel button?
No, like it definitely paints like I think in the beginning of the story, Makuta just feels like a cliche like bad guy, where like someone who's outside of the rules of the world, who's just kind of like almost a supernatural force that is like causing evil. Whereas it feels like this grounds Makuta in a world of like rules, and it instead of it making Makuta feel like weaker, it does build him up, where you like have a villain who's not just like there, who's not just like supposed to be this like antagonist or antagonist who's like because like the villain, sometimes the villains are just like, oh well, that's the villain, you just have to accept that he's pure evil, like, and there's no rules to that. Bionicle kind of took Makuta and put him in a world of like rules and order and like structure, and then it's like showing you like how he was able to like rise to the top of that.
Yeah, it builds up his threat because, yeah, like you said, it's not, like Saturday cartoon villain,
Yeah.
like, he's the villain, you go fight Skeletor, whatever. It makes you earn reasons for why he needs to be defeated, right? Because as long as he's still around, everyone's like, he's a major threat and he's plotting to overthrow the universe. That's bad.
Yeah.
So that's a kind of a good point. Anyway, I think the Makuta are the coolest thing in Bionicle. Straight up. I don't think anything is cooler than the Makuta. The variety of abilities lets them have free range to do anything, but their character flaws limit what they can and will do. So it makes them more interesting while making them much more fun to fight and engage with in the story. And I think their access to godlike knowledge, which is unique in the setting, fascinating. I'm like, that is so cool. Like, they can literally program life, and they know about the secret workings of the universe. And I think it just allows for, because the setting moved into more sci-fi, I think it goes into kind of that high sci-fi where it gets more mystical, right? It's like they have so much hard knowledge about the universe, it seems almost magical,
Like magic,
right?
yeah.
So I think that's so neat. And shape-shifting telepath is like my favorite combination of powers. Jean's the GOAT for that.
True.
But Daniel, when I said they were the coolest thing in Bionicle, you hissed at me.
And Samuel gave you a look, and so did I.
Yeah. 3v1, fight me.
Thomas is like,
Fight!
This is a Jubilee video now. Okay.
surround him.
You gotta make your claim
Yeah, Thomas,
with
let's
the
hear your
sound
claim.
effect. You gotta add the sound effect in post.
Yeah.
Ding! I believe the Makuta are the coolest thing in Bionicle.
All right,
I already
well,
gave my reasons.
the coolest thing in Bionicle are obviously Kanohi masks. Duh.
Makuta wear those.
Yeah, but they don't really use them. The coolest concept in Bionicle is Kanohi masks.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
They're just a mask that gives you power.
Yeah, that's what makes them cool. The fact that they're also made from discs, the fact that they're
I think that's a cooler part of Disc than
the
masks,
fact
though.
that they have like hold so much cultural significance and then also biological significance is also really cool.
Mhm.
I think the fact that like the collectability of the toys plays into the fact that like it's like directly related to the toys and the lore at the same time is really cool also. Like I think I love the Kanohi masks. They're iconic, they're recognizable, they're fun. Like everything about them is great.
And if they come from the Anika, you can't put them on any other Toa head.
We don't talk about those. I'm just saying, Kanohi masks are where it's at. They're goated. They are the best concept in all of Bionicle.
I actually think my favorite thing in Bionicle is something that I can't say outside of Chronicler's Corner.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Rudaka.
Which part, Samuel? Which part?
Yeah.
Well, I can't claim the feat because Jacob already has those.
Well,
Where's
we're going
my Rudaka mock?
Yeah. Okay, when we get to Chronicler's Corner, you can say yours. Daniel.
Okay.
I think every ice Toa probably cooler than a Makuta.
Wah, 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 wah.
Every Ice Toa.
It was a joke.
I got it.
What about Mitoro?
He's not a joke.
He's a lot hotter than Makuta.
What?
Bro exploded.
He didn't really
No, he
explode.
dissolved. He
He
got
dissolved.
absorbed.
Bro evaporated. He
Bro's
turned-
dead. Bro,
Bro's
dead body's
gone.
pretty
Bro
cool.
got molecularly deconstructed.
Cool, wait, is there actually anything I think is cooler than a Makuta? They're definitely up there. But I must say, the All-Star wave,
The
Bro
stars,
loves stars.
the stars wave.
the Stars wave, definitely cooler.
I agree. You know what? The stars are better than Makuta.
He convinced me.
You're so right.
Really cool.
Okay. Well, that's all we have for non-Chronicler's Corner, Makuta. Are we ready to move into Chronicler's Corner?
Let's get into that Chronicler's Corner.
Okay.
Chronicler's corner.
Get me in that corner now.
Man, I sure love chronicling. That's the tagline.
We're gonna make a new intro where we just put all of those little clips in.
It's like when you're spamming like chat lines in like AoE 2.
Chronicler's corner. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, no.
You are now entering the Chronicler's Corner. The following content may not be appropriate for viewers unaware or unacquainted with the wider Bionicle lore, as major plot points and reveals will be spoiled. If you wish to avoid this section, skip to this time in the podcast.
1 hour, 21 minutes, 50 seconds.
Viewer discretion is advised. Anyway, so Samuel, your favorite thing about Bionicle?
My actual favorite thing about Bionicle is the GSR. I think it's the
Fair.
coolest because it's
You know what, fair.
shocking.
Guess who controls the
you
GSR
would
for
not-
a while?
Yeah, I understand. But guess who also controls the GSR for the majority of its lifespan? And I'm not saying Madanui is the
Makuta.
coolest thing in the universe, am I?
True.
Anyway, I think the GSR really is the coolest thing because it's so, like I said, so unexpected. And it's just the concept of a giant robot housing the entire known universe up to this point makes sense and is just a crazy concept to think that they were able to hide that for the whole story, right? Like, because there are clues, there's a lot of evidence pointing to it, right? But you don't actually make those connections, connect the dots until you see it. And it's just so shocking that I think it's a very, very cool element of the story that I don't think I've ever felt as wowed by. Maybe not as, but definitely not often felt as wowed in other franchises as I was when I first learned of the GSR. When you first see the GSR rise, it's like, holy cow. I think that's the coolest thing.
True.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That is a pretty
Like,
good.
that panel that we have,
Yeah.
it's the GSR just looks cool.
It just
It
looks
evokes
cool,
something that I don't know how to like completely describe.
It's
it just
something-
gives you the feeling of like absolute power.
It feels
Right?
truly
Something-
mythical, right?
yeah. I like to call giant robot theory, which is that giant robots are cool. Just
It's why
Period.
they
Well,
were
it
able
also-
to make two Pacific
it also,
Rims.
it also is a stripped down Bionicle, right? Like it's a Bionicle without the armor. It's like just the core,
basically.
right?
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
so it like it's like that's like the rawest. It is literally like just the bones of like every other figure.
That,
probably.
like I said, I think it just evokes that feeling of power. Like everything that you've seen in Bionicle feels like it's dwarfed in comparison, quite literally dwarfed, but also just the feeling you get from the GSR is like, yes, this is a god, right?
Yeah.
And I think what's really interesting about the GSR in a design aspect is it feels not distant. Like you don't look at it and go, wow, I get the feeling that this is a very like distant god who does not care. And like there's something about the design of the GSR that still feels not attainable, but like
Present.
present. Like, and it also doesn't feel evil, which is interesting because when it does become evil, it feels off. Like instinctively that that's wrong, even like it's very clear that it's wrong in the story, but I think something about the literal design of the GSR, when you see it as the evil Makuta version, it's like, nah, this isn't right. Like it doesn't gel with the feeling of the GSR.
I guess I would think because since it evokes such power, it's hard to conceive of something with that much power being evil.
Yeah.
Right? Because like if it's evil and has that much power, how are we around to observe it almost, right?
Yeah.
I think also what I think clicks about the GSR is it's like how simple it is, how it's stripped down evokes like it's the original. It's like the first Bionicle. It's like the first and the last.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's also something where it's like, it's not powerful in the way like a transformer, like not in a cool way. It's powerful in a way that is like simple, almost like, I think maybe life-giving is the right way to put it. Like it's powerful in a way to sustain like the universe that it is supposed to take care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You almost convinced me, but Mutran says funnier things.
But Mutran funny guy, therefore.
Mutran pretty funny.
Green guy funny, okay? I don't make the rules. Anyway, getting to the actual Chronicler's corner, when I was talking about like the proto-consciousness of the Makuta, there is a conscious vat of antidermis that is housed on a southern island. And taking part of this antidermis gestalt consciousness is how Madanui made individual Makuta. I'm like, that's
So is that
cool.
vat empty now?
No. He only made 100. It's like a whole pool full of it that they find later on.
insane.
Wait, so
It
That
will come
is-
up in a cereal.
okay, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
that-
that feels like such a weird thing to just leave hanging there.
It is a weird thing. We'll get to
It is a weird thing. I don't know if it's hanging or not.
Yeah. And this is because antidermis was created as a byproduct of making protodermis. So the great beans had all the antidermis like, we're not going to use this, so they just put it in a pool. And then Madanui's like, Makuta? Presumably, the great beans also gave him the idea. They're like, hey, you should make some Makuta out of this green stuff. We don't have the time, but just do it. Come on, yeah. The great beans are freaking weird, bro.
Wait, so the great beings are stronger than Machanui, right?
Depends. Not physically.
That is actually very.
Is a
valid
society
question,
with
though.
nuclear bombs stronger than a grizzly bear? It's not. It's incomparable levels of strength. They're smarter than Madanui. Anyway, also, Pterodax used a virus to put Madanui to sleep, which we went over. But this is another reason, going back to part 1, I believe that the Makuta are unparalleled in their use of viruses. Because they could put Madanui to sleep. They're universal level in their virus control, right?
Yeah.
Whereas all the Rahi that we see the Great Beans and Madanui make presumably are not that sophisticated. So another reason I think the Makuta are just that good. Anyway, that is all we have for Chronicler's Corner. Are we ready for Community?
You are now entering the community portion of the podcast. In this section, we showcase some of our favorite creations from talented and passionate members of the Bionicle fandom.
It's time.
Whack it to us.
I mean, it's your section. Whack it to you.
No, whack it to me.
That's what I said.
No, you said whack it to you, Thomas.
Good point. Don't whack it to me, though. That's not what I said.
All right. Starting us off, we have Kingdom Makuta. And this is by Kutarak on Instagram, who I'm going to guess based off of the username. Oh, yeah. Actually, never mind. When I hover over, I can see it. We looked at, in the Cardanui episode, we looked at Tanma Toa of Light version. And this was by the same builder.
So this is Makuta from the Kingdom universe, which is the universe where Madanui dies and everyone has to escape up to the island of Madanui. But they don't let Makuta up there. And so in this universe, Makuta has absorbed all of the other Makuta and is trying to break through and take out the last bastion of civilization.
Wait,
And so
can I
that's
see?
why he has all the Makuta parts on him, because he literally absorbed them all. I'm like, that's heckin' cool.
That is really cool. This thing is actually insane.
Yeah,
Like,
it's absolute
I've been
Makuta.
wanting
It
to
is
look at this
absolute
mock
Makuta.
for so
That
long.
was,
Yeah.
I don't even know how you go about
You want to know?
assembling
You want to know how I
something
cope?
like this.
You want to know how I cope? Probably can't pose.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
posability.
No posability.
But
Probably
that-
falls apart. easily.
Translucent orange Krakan. I've never seen that before. What is
It's
that from?
not a real one. I'm sure it's
Okay.
a custom.
No
The-
wonder I haven't seen it before.
So the what's his name? The white things on its back.
So-
What set is that from?
Those
it
are
could
Krika.
be.
Those are really cool.
It's
Yeah.
probably a custom. It could be a really rare, like factory
I'll
test print.
see if there was one that exists on Bricklink.
What's funny about this is its arms seem pretty dang straightforward. Like the arms are like Hero Factory parts, like 2 Hero Factory parts strung together, and they took those like long train thin pieces and ran them along the arms, and they just ran all of those little spiky pieces across the which is like, it looks more complicated than
it actually is.
It actually is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool though.
Yeah. I just really like it because I'm like, this feels like the amalgamation. This feels like the mystical element that they describe Makuta as in the like first few years, but like taken to its absolute extreme. He's just cool. And then later on in some of the pictures, like picture 10, he has his version of Kingdom Matoro. Because in the Kingdom universe, Matoro doesn't die. He doesn't make the sacrifice. So he's still alive and everybody hates his guts.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm like, that's really neat. And I love this version of Matoro.
Mm-hmm.
But this mock is just so big. Like, I don't even know where to comment on about it. Like, it's just also technically done everywhere. And there's so much of it. How do you
This
even
thing would be an
conceive of this?
absolute joy to see in person.
Yeah. Anyway, excellent job. Like, holy moly.
Kudarak, you're goated.
You've done it again.
That's probably one of the Makuta mocks.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Following that, we have Makuta Miserex Unchained by Gilded Hunter 10 on X.
So in case you're not familiar, Makuta Miserex is a giant dragon-looking dude most of the time.
And this is a very giant dragon-looking dude.
Yep. This guy could fight absolute Makuta.
He is huge.
I know.
This reminds me of his Zyglak that was also extremely large. And what was... was it Botar? No.
Wait.
Oh, it's Cardis. Yeah, Gilded Hunter's Cardis was insanely large. He's very good at doing very large dragons.
Yeah. No, I was like, this is so heckin' cool.
I think my favorite part is how they used the Makuta, what is it, their chest piece, and they used it as teeth.
Oh, I thought those were Onua claws, but you're right. That's the Tridax pod chest piece. That's really neat. And it can freestand, which I really like. I'm like, that's crazy.
You also like I just love how he like took a picture of it in his Lego room, so you see all the it's like, yeah, this was
that's
fun
all
to
the
build.
people he's killed.
Yeah.
That's what's left of Spiria once he kills him.
Yeah.
Does he kill Spiria?
Yeah, he absorbs him.
Yeah, I love
makes
that
sense.
I love that this is recognizable as Miserex, but it's just like, let's make him big.
Wait,
Yeah.
so are we only like what do you call it? Glazing people right now? Or are we allowed to critique these people?
You can critique.
You are allowed to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like, you guys are just glazing everyone. And it's like, okay.
Well, we
like,
only pick the stuff we like. That's why none of your mocks made it.
yeah, you're right.
Oh,
You're
wait,
right,
we
bro.
could have put his Gorath mock in.
No, we should.
Oh, that's for Mystica.
Mystica.
Oh, true.
I also need to give her wings. Just kidding. I have no.
He was just asking.
there a-
We
It was
can
a
critique it.
hypothetical.
Wait. I will say this. Functionally, it looks like it'd be pretty flimsy.
I mean, it is freestanding.
Which is pretty good.
Which
It
is
looks
good.
like it's barely freestanding.
I think it is, but
because a lot of them are just like single.
Like
single
single
attachments,
piece,
yeah.
yeah.
I will say, how many large mocks can you do much with?
It depends. You can make them pretty robust. It's
But
just
then
hard.
you lose
It
a lot
just
of
takes a lot of
articulation.
work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. So what we're hearing is that Gilded Hunter maybe or maybe didn't do something wrong.
Maybe or
Gilded
maybe
Hunter-
didn't.
We'll,
Yep.
we'll let the jury decide on this one.
Gilded Hunter is goated either way.
He's
Okay.
goated.
All right. Let's move on.
Yep.
Unless you had something
No,
to
no,
say.
I was going to say this next one rocks.
Okay, this is Makuta Miserex by L_Humus on Instagram.
I love this mock. I've loved this mock for a really long time.
I like the third and fifth pictures are probably my favorite, where it's like you can really see the dragon influence. He
Yeah.
actually reminds me a lot of the Shadowed one, like his posture, his
Yeah.
leg design,
No,
his
yeah, you're right. The
like
staff.
the tail, everything about it
I
kind of gives me Shadowed one vibes.
I really love this form because he's obviously not a dragon all the time. He has a more humanoid shape, and this is totally how I imagine him being because he loves reptiles, apparently. Dragons are reptiles.
Yep.
And so I just think it's neat.
But Thomas, you're not a biologist. How do you know that?
Well, he knew it, obviously.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Ah.
Yeah.
And he has the fire scepter, obviously. And then even in this form, he can get down on the all fours and look more like a dragon. He's He's like Predaking. That's what he's reminding me of.
Oh,
From Transformers Prime.
Yep, you're right.
You know what I really like about this mock? The use of the Anika foot as his head.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it works really well.
Because it gives him like kind of that flattened crocodile almost looking vibe. Yeah.
It's like he looks like a caiman to me.
Yes. I also just love how powerful he looks. Like the legs and tail, it's like, holy cow. He can do some damage with that.
The way they did the end of that tail piece is peak.
The way that the Borak claws match with the Nika foot, that is insane.
I know. It's
like
that's kind of perfect.
That is like an impressive.
I'm probably going to steal that, honestly.
Yeah. And also, like, it is just really impressive how they somehow struck like a perfect balance of having it like kind of be a 2-in-1. And it works for both really well.
Did you mean Borak teeth, not Borak claws?
Borak teeth, yeah, my bad.
Okay. Because I'm like, where's the Borak claw?
Yeah, the Borak
Where
teeth.
is it?
Yeah.
We do what you meant.
No, I didn't know what you meant. I was confused. That's why I had to ask.
Oh. Thomas or
So misunderstood.
Anyway, this one is great, and it really captures like leader of the Brotherhood, Miserix.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. On to Makuta Pterodax by Bionic_Forge on Instagram.
Makuta Pterodax. I think I know that guy.
This one's also
Is
really
that
cool
guy the
for
Makuta
entirely
Metronui?
different reasons than the absolute Makuta.
Did you call him
it.
Absolute Makuta?
Yes.
Absolute Makuta?
Wait, guys. What
I'm
if
not
they
saying
made
this is absolute
what
Makuta.
if they made
the other
Absolute
one.
Bionicle?
This one-
Why is
Is-
he cheeked up?
Low key though.
Low key.
Bro's wearing a jock strap.
Low key. Why is bro wearing a jock strap? Why is bro packing? No wonder every female was obsessed with him. I'm sorry.
Bro's getting this information from nowhere.
This is really cool though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the way that all the armor fits together so cleanly is actually insane. It's very Mitch builds
Totally.
Yeah.
style.
I love when people can do that kind of just like it looks like it was meant to fit together thing with Bionicle parts. Like that is just so impressive.
Well, like
to
the
me.
Vezon masks as the knees.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And I just love like the
And then-
spring design, piston looking stuff on his legs.
Well, and I even love how with the Vezon masks they covered the holes in the eyes with flex tube. Like
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Also, I think the torso is probably my favorite. The way the Nuva armor slots in with the rock sheet, it's just actually
it's-
crazy.
I think the Borak
Perfect.
Hall face shields for the shoulders just makes it look so smooth.
Using the movie version of the Kraken also does it I think wonders really.
I actually don't like it.
I don't think I like it as much, no.
I don't like it.
It's a little too skinny. I like the
Yeah.
Kraken being a little like flared out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sorry
I
to
like
be
it.
wrong, Samuel. but,
All right.
I have seen this technique though. If you're wondering how they did the eyes, it's a minifigure cape.
Yeah, I saw that on one of the close-up shots. I was
okay.
like,
Yeah.
ooh, that's really smart.
I've seen that
That makes
technique
sense.
used a couple times before, and I don't know who invented it. So whoever came up with that originally, I'm sorry, I don't know. But
That's really cool.
Okay,
But it's
okay,
very
wait.
clever.
Let me,
It's really
let me.
Scanning for flaws.
Okay.
Scanning for
Okay,
flaws.
guys. Okay, guys. I'm gonna name some things that possible flaws, but keep in mind, I think the flaws are only like apparent because the mock is so like.
All
I think,
right.
I
Okay.
think that
okay,
its hands are a little bit oversized. Like proportionately, the hands slightly kind of bother me. They're
They're
just kind of
Axon
too
hands.
large.
Do you like Axon?
Not particularly. Well, just everything in this,
Ooh.
is like very proportioned really well, and the hands feel like just slightly too large.
I don't know. I think it's like the middle of the arms that make the hands look too large because like compared to the rest of his body, it's huge. Because like your hands are like roughly the size of your shoulder, and his hands are roughly the size of like that Borak
Maybe it's the
faceplate,
palm
right?
specifically that's too large for me. The palm of the hand is really long.
That may be the case. If it's a mistake.
And
Jury,
then-
it's up for you to decide.
Jury, it's up for you. I'm gonna get so much hate.
dun dun dun.
Bionic
dun,
Forge will
dun,
comment and be
dun,
like,
dun,
what the
dun,
heck
dun.
are you
And
talking
then
about? Have you ever built a Makuta
the
Pterodax?
last thing, having the Tridax pod in the staff, a little bit too cliche for my I've
Okay,
seen it a
now
lot.
you're just hating.
That's very
The
cliche.
Tridax pod staff is one of the coolest motifs for Makuta.
True.
It's a motif, but it's like overused.
No.
It's used in.
That's like saying the hero's journey is overused.
It's the easiest. It's the easiest way to make your staff look vaguely cool.
Vaguely cool. So you're saying it looks cool?
It does look cool, but it's not very creative.
Mm.
I'm gonna get so much hate. I'm
Yeah.
preparing to
Yeah.
get completely
Crucify Daniel, audience.
Deserved hate.
totally cooked.
We're ready to move on after Daniel's scathing critique.
Yeah, he is.
No, I like these guts.
All right. Next up, we have Makuta Cortex.
Makuta Cortex.
Thomas,
I
you
am
called
a
him
Russian.
Makuta earlier, okay?
I called him Makuta?
There was a time where you were like Kuda Cajole or something like
Kuda
that.
Is it
Kuda.
Makuta Cortez?
Is there a cajole model that we're gonna look at?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so.
Oh wait, no, there is.
Oh, good.
Okay, so this is, let me say it again for the record, Makuta Cortex by Gnarlik Bonks on Instagram.
Gnarlik bongs.
Like,
Bong. But I think this one is so neat, like a lithe, springy kind of Makuta. I never would have imagined, but it's cool. And I think the Kirkan obviously ties it a lot into being a Makuta, but it's an interesting take.
I do really like it.
I also uses one of my favorite things, the Mask of Light for hands.
The hands, yeah.
Which
Very
is great.
classic.
This is my favorite you've showed so far.
Really?
Partly,
no
yeah.
flaws?
I think partly because like it's really cool to see Bionicle builds that are like polished and finished, but when you can see a Bionicle build that like its actual like form feels like something that someone like an illustrator drew, like actual concept art, that is like, I think just the creativity of doing that is like so impressive to see when like mock makers do it.
What's weird about this is I have a really hard time figuring out what colors are actually being used.
Yeah, Jacob, give us...
So-
are these pearl light blues or something?
No, so the colors, it's just kind of, the color grading on the photos is a little bit odd. So the mask, the shoulder armor, and the hands are all regular old Bionicle gold. And then the armor is a mix of old dark gray and new dark gray. And then it's light gray.
Okay.
With some silver thrown in there, obviously.
Now, Daniel, notice that the staff has the same colorings as the Tridax pod and even a circular design, but it's not a Tridax pod. What are your thoughts on that? Give us your thoughts.
So I'll say this.
This is bait.
This is undeniably such a creative mock. And the way that they made that staff, tell there was thought behind it. It had purpose.
It wasn't lazy like a Tridax.
No, but I think here's what I'm saying is like they designed that staff to go with this figurine, right?
I wonder why.
I think no, but like in a unique way that goes with this specifically. Also, I'm gonna draw your attention to its torso. Its torso design. It's dope. It's flexible. So if you look, it's just the two. What do you call it?
Tubes.
No, the two.
The two pistons.
Pistons holding it up.
Bro is
Sure,
an entire
dope.
hydraulic mechanism or like shocks mechanism.
I think that
makes sense
cool.
because he looks like a springy sort of guy. And I also like the picture of him like prowling because imagine that coming at you in like a dark tunnel. Like you are toasted.
I think what makes this build particularly good is that it uses almost solely Bionicle parts.
Yep.
And it's like, it's really cool when system parts are used to like great effect, but there is something that's lost in it, right? And it can look good as a design, but it feels much less like a Bionicle, you know? And I think when someone pulls off something that looks this good and is actually just Bionicle pieces and Technic pieces, it's like, okay. I gotta give credit where credit's due. That's impressive to get that level of detail and design with just those pieces.
Yeah, it's very cool.
It's like it's like they're playing by the rules almost.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Everyone else is cheating.
And I think with this one,
they're Tridax
maybe
pods.
I would say like with this one specifically, the design on it is I think what attracts me to this Bionicle in a platonic way is just that like it was.
Oh no.
It just feels like someone like sat down at a drawing table beforehand, drew it, and then attempted to build it. It feels like there was that level of thought behind it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it is really neat.
Coming up next, we have Makuta Pterodax by some bio fan on Instagram. This one also follows almost what we were just talking about, like where the majority of it is actually bionicle parts. And he is a chunky boy.
Dang.
Daniel be struggling
Give
over
me
here.
a piece of that.
Yeah, I really like this build. It uses a lot of similar parts to the actual original Makuta Pterodax build.
Yeah. I really like it because it looks like Makuta and like it looks like an athletic Makuta, like Makuta if he was in fighting shape.
Yeah.
Right, like
not
he's
dad bod Makuta.
Yeah, it's not like Mask of Light Makuta where he's like chonk, chonk, chonk. Like this guy looks like he would win the game of Kolhi, right?
Yeah.
This is
This
Makuta
guy
in his
looks
glory days.
a lot like Makuta Icarix to me.
Yeah, well, because all athletic Makuta with the Kirkan look like Icarix.
It's just the way things
Just
are.
a fact.
Is it
it's-
Icarix?
I
How
do
you
like
I
the
don't know.
second picture with the wings.
Yeah.
It's Icarix, if I recall.
pronounce it?
Wait, no, I've been saying that
that's
right.
how you've been saying
I
it.
rock. No, the wings do look really nice.
Icarix.
I also really like the shadow hand. Like the design
yeah,
for
the
it is
shadow
so
hands.
neat.
It looks really cool.
Is it
Yeah.
actually
It's very-
coming out of the chest, or is that even connected?
I don't know. I think it may just
I don't
be
think
art.
it is
That's
because it's
still
just
dope.
opening the Rakshi thing.
Still dope.
So, yeah, it's really neat. I love the coloring as well, like the mask glowing orange. So cool.
I
Yeah.
actually like the blue glow, I think, between the two.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I much prefer the red.
The red.
Yeah,
It's so much
also
more
Both
the
menacing.
look,
red.
both look really cool, but I think the blue eyes look
And
sick.
Daniel, what do you think of these hand proportions?
Really good. Actually.
Yeah, I think they're
the hand
pretty
proportions
spot
are
on.
really. I will say this too. I think there are moments where someone does something that's classy and classic, and I think that using the Toa Nuva shoulder pads on the legs here is just classic.
Yeah,
Just classic. Gotta
Yeah.
love it.
an absolute classic.
Next, we have good in quotations, King Pterodax by Artiquill on Instagram.
Good King Pterodax.
Artiquill.
I love.
The tiny
This
feet.
one.
Wait a second. I've
It's the
seen
tiny
these tiny
feet.
feet. Is that?
Have we seen
Wait,
this
wait,
before?
wait.
You like this one?
Hold on. I'll have to look through.
I think we may have seen this before.
I don't think we've seen this build, but we have definitely seen those tiny
Well,
feet
we've seen
before.
Artiquill stuff before.
Okay, maybe that's why.
Wow. See, like Arab.
No. So the lore of it is that this is his form before the betrayal of Mata Nui, right? So think the Anatar, Lord of Gifts form for Makuta. It's like, oh, he's good, you know? The Makuta are benevolent, but he's waiting to show his true form, right? I really like it because it seems so royal and distinct and just that old-timey sort of scheming advisor look. It just works so well. And then, of course, when he has the scythe, now he gets into that competent, like almost hyper competent, ready to fight pose.
Yeah.
He's like ready to throw down and he knows he's going to win. So I just thought this is probably my favorite Makuta design because it does something. I don't know what it is, but it's so cool.
I want to piggyback on that.
Okay.
I think that if you look at this, you can comprehend like how all the parts fit together. You can see that it's posable, but I think what is so insane about it is that like it's so simple, yet it's so like actually perfect. And I think that's like, as I look at like find MOCs on Instagram or whatever, that's what attracts me to MOCs, is when it's like somebody is able to build something perfectly simple. That shows like they've mastered a craft.
There is no wasted piece on this
Yeah.
thing. Everything is there for a reason, serves a purpose, and looks
and
really
does
heckin'
it like
cool.
perfect,
Yeah.
which is I think far more impressive
I also
than just
love-
trying to build a large, like
Yeah.
the largest MOC you can.
I love his belt. Like, how do you even come up with that idea?
I don't know. That is
that's
really cool,
insane
though.
to me.
What pieces does he use? I can't see it.
He's using the.
So it's the tri-axle connector.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then it has the little quarter
quarter
circle tubes, like that you'd see in
Oh.
engines and stuff.
Yeah.
Or
That's really smart.
I like the gold, how they use the golden mask.
Yeah, the
It
golden
just gives
mask ties
such
it
a-
together. It's
And-
just
somehow the scythe, it's so like it's ridiculously simple, but it looks so cool.
I don't know how I feel about the golden mask. I kind of feel like
Really?
the pearl dark gray one would have been better.
There isn't one.
Well, there's
There is no Pearl Dark Gray Crocon.
the one that the movie version is much closer to it. It's not pure black, right?
It's not. It's a slightly different black, but yeah.
All right. Next we have Makuta Kajol, and this is by Gavla _ on Reddit.
On Reddit. Ooh, mama.
Whoa, this is cool.
That's
a cool mask. Very bird-like.
I love the tail and the pointing. Yeah. He wants to reach out and grab power and hold
I
all
wish
the
he
secrets.
had wings. I feel like he needs wings.
But then how is he supposed to find Artaka? He doesn't need wings. He knows where Artaka. He can just teleport there. Duh.
Yeah,
Wait.
but
Which one is Kajol again?
Kajol was the Makuta of Artaka, the one that had his armor eaten by a virus.
hey, you
What
didn't
else does
tell
he
me
do?
who killed him.
Is he like-
Will we find that out later?
How stupid
Yes.
is he the really stupid one?
No, that's Spiria. He's the second stupidest one.
Oh, okay.
Spiria, at least. No, this guy was ambitious though. He's stupid, but at least he's ambitious. So we give him points for that.
He also didn't notice that everyone else who knew Artaka was dying.
Yeah.
And
true.
he also went and attacked Artaka and showed himself when he didn't even need to do that if he just followed Pterodax's plan.
I really love that custom mask.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like this build.
I know, I thought it
like
was
the
so
color.
Simple and clean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just noticed something really, really dope. See those things on the inside of its legs? The like piston pieces?
Uh-huh.
Those are going
Through
the piece.
Yeah, yeah.
That is so cool. Holy moly.
That made it for me.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's got to be so stable, actually.
I really like the hand design because I've never seen anything like that before. Like, very unique.
Yeah,
really
that
like
is smart to have it go through because it minimizes the footprint of those piston, the support.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Gives
those
them the more
normally,
digitigrade looking legs.
Yeah. Because like normally you have to elongate the foot out the back, make sure you can clear the back of the leg, get all the way up.
And it like, especially on like, it's connecting and like the leg bends in like three,
yeah,
four
it's
pieces.
the digitigrade.
and it covers all of those.
yeah.
That piston.
I also really
Yep.
like the feet. Like, that is such a cool design. I'd never thought about having that shoulder armor piece for a foot.
Yeah.
But it works for this case, which is really... This is just... It's so unique. Like, I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like this, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, very cool. Very
All right.
cool.
Well,
I like how Daniel gave up critiquing stuff.
Wait
Now he's just always-
Wait a minute. It's pretty cool. There's some parts of this that are really astonishing. There are some parts of this that are kind of like lackluster.
They're merely great.
The tail. Like, there's a lot of parts of this that don't feel like, just feel not very creative. And there's some parts of this that are awesome, like the feet and the legs, especially. Really dope. Tail feels very simplistic. The arms, too. And even the hands are cool. I wouldn't say they're blowing my mind. Custom mask. Get over it, bro. We know you have a 3D printer, bro.
Wow.
Now, how many Tridex pods are in this picture?
None. So that's a plus.
Oh, okay.
That's a plus.
What about the hand size? What about the hand proportion? What are we thinking on that one?
Really, it matches the aura of it.
Okay.
I'm impressed.
So on the Daniel scale, it's a 2 out of 2.
Yes.
next up we also have another one by Gavla, and this is Makuta Tridax.
I really like
Cool
this Tridex.
build.
Again, custom
Yep.
mask, which I think really helps for
Yeah.
making Makuta feel distinct.
The purple wings look epic.
Yeah, because
Hey, Daniel, what do you feel?
Oh, yeah,
like,
what's
how,
this-
how do you
what's this
feel
at
about
his
those?
feet?
that's the first thing I saw, and I want to say, hats off. They did it.
They pulled it off.
They pulled it off.
Yeah.
Very creative, very impressive.
Just so you guys know, since you can't see us pointing to the physical screen, we're talking about the Tridex pods
on
at the
his feet.
ankles.
One thing I really like about this mock is it is kind of a body shape that I don't think we see on other Makuta or even Makuta mocks. Like, it's a stocky brawler sort of physique.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I can't think of anyone else who fits that description.
Yeah, it's
Because
really
most people
cool.
are like lean athletic warriors or like kind of spindly scientists or just absolute chonkers,
Yeah.
right? But like this one is low to the ground. Like, he's definitely martially trained in some
It gives
form.
me like Dragon Ball vibes.
yeah,
like-
definitely a lot of anime
big
It's-
pant aesthetic as well, so that's a plus.
Yep.
There's some things in builds too that like just love seeing it tried, even if it's not perfect. And I feel like the torsos as thighs on this model is so just satisfying to see.
Yeah.
And its hands are pretty dope.
Yeah, I like the hands. Are they too small for you, Daniel?
You know, I think that he perfectly did what he was trying to do, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he nailed exactly the look he was going for.
I also like the hands because if he is, going by my theories, a sort of brawler type with his hands, then he could do the Starscream thing and just like punch through your chest with like his super sharp claws. Because like he can like angle them so it's like 3 all pointed at one. So I think that would be neat.
That's just
That is just you.
Anyway, I really liked it. I'm like, we don't see many Makuta Tridaxes, and this one was heckin' cool.
Yeah.
The wings could have gone. I'll say that. The wings, they could have taken off the wings and I would have liked it.
No, the
I
wings
like the
complete
wings,
it.
But
I don't really like the wings, bro.
Yeah, well,
you're wrong. All right. Next, we have Mutran by Lament _. On Gram.
yeah. Dude's neck is huge.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm about
Daniel
to. I'm about
instantly
to.
points
I'm
at the
about-
hands. He's
okay,
like,
I'm about to rip apart this entire computer screen right now.
The
This-
description is, I love my gay son and his big, long, neck.
a flamboyant scientist and a father to many.
By the way, that's Tridax next to him in
Yeah,
that picture.
because it's the purple.
Yep.
And he has a Tridax pod, as does Mutran.
Okay, so this is the same guy who did that really cool Nocturne build that we looked at. The one that was very bug-like with the two, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's really cool. No, I love the giant robe aesthetic. Like, I think that worked well for Good King Pterodax, and I think it works well here. I'm not sure about the long neck.
I like it.
I
think
don't
that's
like
really
the
makes
long
sense.
neck. If this is very similar to the Keyrox one, is this the same builder maybe?
I
No,
think-
I don't think it is.
I like
But
the long neck because I
the
feel like it
one we
really
looked at
makes this character.
in the Fantoka episode of Keyrox had a super long neck, and I hated it. I
Yeah.
do not like that look, and I don't like it here still.
So
and it's
I
weird
think-
that they used it on the same mask character.
I like it. I also want to say that the green, the way they did the green.
No, the green
With
works
is
the
really well.
mask
So
of a
good.
common mask
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
How
is
it like interlocks
super
with
cool.
the
Can I-
chest piece is crazy.
Can I
Yeah.
comment on the long neck real fast?
No. Go ahead.
Yes.
So I think I like it, and part of what sells me liking it is the fact that it's done in a really clean way with the what is it? Has those two pieces connecting perfectly with the Borak eye in the center,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not done through like adding a bunch of small Lego pieces to like
Right.
form that dome. And I think that just the fact that it's so clean and concise makes me like that.
Yeah,
neck
it
so
uses
much.
almost entirely bionicle
Yeah,
pieces.
it's super form-fitting with like the bionicle pieces, as we said. My beef with it would be from a design standpoint, where it's weird that his entire body narrows towards the super skinny neck, because it makes it look like he was like photoshopped with like some sort of weird filter that like a teardrop to the edge,
Yeah.
or whatever. But as
Well,
a
that's just,
design
like,
choice, I
your
understand it's
opinion,
very
man.
unique. No, it's not my opinion. That's objective facts.
Here is, I think, something that is just objectively true that I don't think I can get shot down on.
Okay.
Its legs have almost zero posability.
no.
They're it's
These
all
are-
one.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. There's a joint right there
No,
Yeah,
there's not.
is there not a
On
joint
on
right
the
there?
knees. Yeah, it's a ball joint. It's
Oh
just
my
connected in the
gosh.
middle.
Oh,
Now do you feel
You're
stupid,
wrong.
Daniel?
You're wrong.
oh my gosh.
And not only that,
Well,
you're wrong.
pickle me up and call me a crota.
Pickle you
me
up.
Pickled crota. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, anyway.
That's the Canera. Wait, no, which one was the one that ate the crota?
The Muwaka.
The Muwaka. That's Muwaka's favorite delicacy.
Yeah. So, we'll reiterate. I'm not the hugest fan of the long neck design. I think it is super distinct, and I think the rest of the body is made extraordinarily well.
And I like the long neck design, and I think it looks.
Also, the hands are neat. I like the hands.
Well, you're wrong, Jacob, but it's okay.
This one gets a plus just for sparking like making you think about how it's built. Just you look at it and you have to like think about it and like stop and stare at it.
Thomas, for this next one, you're gonna have to give us a tiny bit of backstory on this character.
The Makuta of Stealth.
Yeah.
This is Makuta Guthrak of Stealth by Lament also _
Also known as Murray number 2. I mean, the Makuta of Stealth is the Makuta of Stealth. He does a bunch of random stuff. He was the one who made Voparak under Sidorak's suggestion, who's like, yeah, I hate this heckin' clan leader. Go turn him into a freak. which is funny.
So apparently, according to the caption, unnamed Makuta of Stealth, aka Stealth Bro, has always been a funny dude to me. Practically all the lore for him exists because of one Ask Greg question that essentially went, hey, here's every instance of an unnamed Makuta doing something. Can all these be done by the same guy? And Greg just going, fine by me.
No, I don't think he does literally anything in lore. I believe he exists entirely in Greg quotes.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure he does anything in lore.
Huh.
That's
Pretty funny, though. Yeah. So let's talk about the actual mock, shall we?
Yes.
So I like the design. He's obviously kind of bat-like, but totally green, I think is cool. And this mask is from what?
Glatorian. It's it's backwards. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's from the weird Glatorian set with like the
the two-headed
monsters. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty
it
sure
is not
it's that
backwards
mask.
though. That is the correct.
guys
What?
Yeah.
That's the correct
I believe-
orientation?
No, it is backwards.
No, I think it's
No, it's
backwards.
not. No, you're right. It's not.
I think it's. I'm
What?
pretty sure it's not
those
backwards.
are eye holes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's backwards.
Bro,
I think that's just
do you
how
guys
it
like
is.
the shoulder pads? How they're the serpent's head?
That is really
Wait,
cool.
serpent heads of what? What's
The
it?
From
From
the
Vikings.
Oh,
It's
that is really cool.
the Nidhogg serpent or whatever.
That's neat. I also like the Gresh things for the wings. Like, I think that's a cool way to use them because they look like they could be used as like weapons or as wings. And then obviously, I really like the hands. More articulated fingers always gives a creepy vibe to me. So I think having them be like double articulated is cool, like double jointed essentially.
I like the last picture where he's riding on Krekka's.
That one was funny. I was like, what
Krekka
is this?
upscale, he can carry a Makuta.
Krekka upscale.
Yeah.
They are backwards.
They are.
I was
Oh,
right.
So why do
Fair
they have
enough.
eyes
This
on the
is
back
what
of
they
their
look
heads?
like.
Oh, you're right.
I don't know, Thomas,
I don't know.
but I'll go to it to
Oh,
make sure.
look up Scipio.
Wait, isn't
Go
there?
Bio.
Yeah, look up
Jacob.
Scopio.
Isn't there a yellow character who has that?
Yeah,
mask?
look up Scopio.
I'm going to.
Yeah,
Jeez,
Scopio
hold
does
on,
have-
hold
I'm
on.
pretty
I
sure
think
the
it's one of-
driver of
I think
Scopio
it's
has
one of
that
those
mask
masks that's
facing that
supposed
way.
to go both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that actually. Let's see, Scopio. Yeah, you're right. It is that same mask,
Okay.
but the other way.
Okay.
Okay, Daniel, give us your take.
Okay.
Wait, first hand size and Tridax pods.
Okay. Hand size, dope as heck. Dope as heck. Tridox pods, non-existent. Dope as a heck.
2 out of 2.
Okay. Here's what we'll say. It's pretty simplistic, which that alone should not take away from a mock. But I will say its legs. I feel like that its legs, especially the thigh, is a pretty basic build. And I don't know. There's just nothing in the actual build, like the building of the mock, where it feels like they did something that blew me away with how the pieces fit together and how it provides a certain how it's stable, how it's how it moves. It all feels very just simple on how it's put together, which there's just nothing blowing me away about it. I think it does what it gives the vibe it's supposed to give. It doesn't do much more than that for me. That's the best way to put it.
Okay. What do you guys think?
I like it. I think the hands are actually probably one of the coolest parts. The thin fingers always do a great job for Makuta, especially. I don't know. I like the general posture. I like the color choices. I like the thinness of the build. Again, not overbuilt, not using a bunch of system pieces. And I think the wings look pretty cool, but I also do just generally like characters with wings, so I understand that I'm predisposed to like them.
Yeah. I will say Daniel may have some point about... Actually, none of Daniel's points I was going to say. But I think on the legs, going from the super beefed Roxy legs to the Paraka legs, it looks a little small. especially since his
I think it
torso
looks
is so
small
bulked
when
up.
it's straight on, but like from the side, I don't think it.
It looks bigger.
I
From
I think
the
it looks
side.
bigger straight on, small on the
No,
side.
that's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do like how long his arms can extend though, like crazy reach.
I like it. Anyway. So Thomas and I are here all by ourselves, all alone, lonesome. Because we're recording in a splice to the community section because we forgot these the first time around. So we're gonna start this new splice with the Makuta of Stealth. This is by
Ooh.
Gilded Hunter 10 on X.
And in keeping with the theme of being Murray number 2, he is of course green.
Murray number 2.
Murray number 2. I made that joke earlier in the
Classic.
episode. Yes.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I remember. I was, just
You have a very
appreciating
astute
the
memory,
recurring
Samuel.
humor. Yeah.
That's what I like about you. No, but I like the face mask sort of thing. Like that is so cool. It looks like Bane. He was literally born in the darkness, shaped by it, molded. It's genius. I should have seen it before. And since they come from just a pit of antidermis, he literally also comes from a pit.
Brilliant. I do like the head design. It's the eye using the old Matoran head, like Toa Matoran heads, using those as the eyes is actually kind of crazy. Like that's a really clever use.
He's giving me Dr. Poison vibes from Wonder Woman, where he's got that greenish color, he's got the gas mask, and he just has kind of that evil scientist presence. He's like, yeah, I'll experiment on you and I won't feel bad at all. Like, is it giving
That's
you those
true.
vibes?
Yeah, I can definitely see it. I also think that he's emulating or he's giving Sidorak vibes as well, like in a lot of the design language.
kinda
And
that
I think that
cool, powerful looking.
yeah,
feeling.
and I think they're like he uses a lot of pieces from that era, like for example the foot. Well, actually, did that foot? No, that was Roxy foot. Yeah.
I mean,
and
most of
so
this stuff, yeah, old.
it just doesn't look super modern in the piece usage, which works really well because Sidorak looks very similar to that. Plus, he actually is literally using the same design language because he has the gears on the shoulders.
You're right. Yeah, he is very
So-
Sidorak inspired because
Yes,
he's Makuta
which-
of Stealth.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. So it's very clever design overall, Gilded Hunter. I
I'm
do
glad
like
you pointed
it.
out. That's a good catch.
All right. Following that, we have Spiria, and this is also by Gilded Hunter.
Spiria sounds like one of the Axon variants, Spearon.
Spearon.
Yeah, Spiria.
I feel like he did send us a Spearon. There
Yeah,
there
we
will
did
be
get
a
a
lot
Spearon.
in the community.
The community
catch-up.
catch-up's gonna be overflowing with juicy goblets of juicy glubble gloobs. I am the Glasgow Glabnet guy. Globba.
I haven't thought of that in a long time.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, this is Spiria. I don't know how Spiria in my mind does not look put together at all, and I think Gilded Hunter does a very good job of making that. Like he's cohesive, but he's also chaotic, if you know what I'm saying.
He almost looks too cohesive. Like this guy looks competent. That's not my Spiria. No.
Yeah.
The crazy chaotic. Because the arm is just sick as heck. That is so cool. Like,
Yeah.
I love it. And then having the shadow hands like hold the wings. Like obviously they're not actual shadow hands, but having hands hold wings is just such a funny design quirk for like a weird inept sort of guy.
Yeah, no, I really like it. I also like that he filled in the chest cavity with something other than a
It
Tridax
looks
pod.
so much better.
It's pretty cool, actually. I'm surprised that piece works so well in there. That's one of the like shoulder plates from G2, right?
And if you'll notice other things, he has the Paraka legs because he's obviously the Makuta of Zakis, which, makes sense. I like having all the Makuta, their physical forms being represented by their main species. I think it's cool, like we saw with the Makuta of Stealth. We saw with kind of those Keyrox redesigns. So I just think it's neat.
I agree. I think it's a good way to tie their lore into their design.
Yeah.
So next we have Chibi Makuta by, yep, you guessed it, Gilded Hunter.
Gilded Hunter. Okay, these are some nice looking guys. That came out weird.
The way you said it too, like it would have been weird on its own, but they
I was trying to be
made
funny.
it weirder.
No, but I think these are really great. Obviously, they're like keeping the color schemes and the build on Antraz to start off with. I think is so neat and allows for so much articulation.
Yeah, Antraz is one of my favorites. Like, also the way he connected the joint, like the knee, is insane.
Yeah, I think the cool part is having that thigh piece be the torso, and then having the Borak, the orange Borak eye represents the Tridax pod. I thought that was really cool, neat touch.
Yeah,
and then we have Vampra. I love the tiny feet because, like, even in the real set, like, Vampra's got some really small feet, but in this one, it's like basically non-existent.
Little bitty baby feet.
Like,
yeah, it's
you
actually
better
really
start
funny.
Flying or you better start dying, Vampra.
Yeah. Preferably the latter, because no one likes you.
Dang.
Anyway, sorry, just had to get my fictional character put down in for the day.
Yeah, I think these do really illustrate how large the masks for these characters are, though. Like, Vampra's mask is the size of his entire torso.
Well, and it is really interesting because, like, these are not much smaller than Matoran size builds, if smaller. Like, I'm not even sure if they are, but the masks look so big on them. But it's weird because the Matoran masks in general don't look or are not designed really to be much smaller, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they literally use some of the same masks. It's just strange that the proportions of the Fantoka Makuta, like, specifically look strange on small characters.
Yeah, I think it's just even being a little bit bigger. I think it just puts it out of the normal size range you've seen, because most masks are fairly consistent in size. Although, don't let Daniel see the Tridax pods. Don't let him near. And he would hate these hand proportions.
Honestly, that was the best criteria of rating MOCs I've ever heard of.
Oh, yeah. Like, what are the hands? Where's the Tridax pods?
Okay,
then we got the Makuka
coming
Kojal.
up. Yep, Makuta Kojal, and this Makuka Kojal. This is by Marrow Ghost, and holy cow, Marrow Ghost sent us this like quite a long time ago. And I remember seeing this and thinking, who the heck is Makuta Kojal?
You're like, he's just making people up now?
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, when we were, I don't know, I guess it was probably this. Shoot, was it this episode that we first talked about him? I can't remember. I was like, oh, I remember now. And
yeah, I think this was the first time that we talked about him in depth.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I remember him. I remembered Marigo sending us this one after I heard who he was in the story. I was like, oh, now I can put a story to this render. But this makes Kojal look like one of the absolute coolest Makuta there could possibly be.
I know, this makes me want Kojal to be a cooler character than the one in the story.
It's so well designed, and we've talked about like the gold and black aesthetic just being an absolute god tier like color scheme, but it works so freakishly well here. I also love the mask. The mask is so cool. It's like this hawkish, like, yeah, I don't know. It just looks so cool.
Gold regal aesthetic, because the Makuta of Artaka would definitely have that sort of thing. It's a land where it's always bright and the Matoran get to work in perfect conditions. So it's like, yes, the Makuta of that would look like this, I would assume. And then, of course, he's carrying the Mask of Light because, you know, he stole it because he's a jerkwad. Exactly.
He could just stole it.
He could just stole it. He cajoled it from its rightful place.
There you go.
Genius. But we have to do the Daniel criteria. Let's see. No Tridax pod. Bing! Hand proportions. Hmm.
A
They're a
little
little
on the small side. Yeah.
Daniel's gonna give this a 1 out of 2. Sad. We got to use the
All
Daniel
right.
scale for everything now. Okay.
I do like it. Like I said, it's a pretty darn good scale. So
We're reviewing a random Toa mock. We'll be like, no Tridax pods. Okay, that's a 1.
instant 50% just by not being a Makuta.
Exactly.
Next we have a Makuta Tridax, and this is by Maroghost. I'm not gonna lie, the first time I read this in the email, I thought it said Makuta Pterodax like 3 times. I had to read it and go, dude, this is the weirdest Makuta Pterodax I've ever seen. And I was like, oh, Tridax. That makes way more sense. Which made me realize that Pterodax and Tridax are 1 letter off. Really clever, guys. How'd you come up with this name?
They were originally called Pterodax pods, and then Legal killed Greg Farstein, and he had to change them.
They're like Mount Mangai and and Mangaya are 2 completely separate names, you know?
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyways, sorry.
What is this mask?
I think it's like an Olmec upside down, but I think it's still a modded version of the Olmec. I don't think it's the traditional because the Olmec doesn't have holes in the top of it.
Yeah, you're right. It definitely is a modded version, but I like how he's done it because he keeps that shape and he turns it into more of the Krakan-esque thing where it's like, okay, you can wear it either side, and this one looks more schemy Makuta, which I think that's a cool interpretation to go with. I really like that. He has a Tridax pod in him, and he's also holding a Tridax pod.
Clever. Yep. Yeah, I like this one. I think that the mask is really interesting because it both evokes like a bat aesthetic, but also kind of like a hound. Like a weird... I'm trying to think there's a specific creature in a sci-fi that is giving, like, I'm picking up the vibes from this, but I cannot think of what it is, and it's going to come to me and I'm going to kick myself, but I can't think of it.
Thinking he was kind of evoking like a classical demon aesthetic, right? He's got the horns, he's got kind of the spear looking thing, he's red, he's not like too tall, you know? So that's kind of what I was getting from it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Also, really quickly going back to Kojol, they use he has the same feet design across them.
Yes, I noticed that as well.
Next, we have a Makuta Pterodax, not to be confused by Tridax. And this is also by Maroghost. And this one is super cool. I really like this design. Wait, did I only put one of the pictures in here? Oh, wait, there's an all. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was like, wait a second. Okay, so I personally like the one with the lowered shoulders a little bit better because he looks just so ready to beat you up.
Yes.
It's like he's not even in a defensive posture, and that makes him look scarier.
Well, what I like about it is with the first one, so like he's pounced, he's ready to go. It draws attention to his legs because his legs are ginormous. Like, holy cow, bro. He looks very Accelerator's Kadeem, whereas in the other one, he looks more lordly, right? It makes him even seem so much taller because you're not focused on his legs. It's drawing you up to his mask, right?
Yeah.
He seems more authoritative. So I do like this pose better. It just seems he seems so dismissive, does he not?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like he gives off this air of like, I don't care, essentially, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you're beneath me. You're not even worth my time. And it's like, like I said, he's not in a defensive stance. He's not even ready to attack you because he's not threatened, you know? And it's like, that's crazy. And I think it just does something to him that makes him look that much more powerful.
And one thing that you'll notice is that he has the staff, the Kolhi staff, obviously. And in the second pose, he's holding it like how they'd use it to roll the ball along the ground. Yeah. And if you look at his legs, he has 2 climbing claws, which can famously be converted into a Kodan ball. So what I'm getting is this is Kolhi enthusiast Makuta. Yeah.
Honestly, though, like, I think probably, I don't know this for sure, but but I'm gonna guess Marrow Ghost did kind of build him to be more athletic because he's very stocky in the original set, right? And so it's like in this one, he's using almost all the same parts, right? Like there are a lot of, he uses some newer parts, but for the most, I want to say part again. Yeah. For the most part,
literally,
it's the older pieces, and I think that looks really good because it contrasts directly to the set. It's like, look, here's what he does look like. Here's what he could look like.
I really like it. This Makuta is like, he's down for business. He's just gonna run up and kill you.
And when we get to the community catch-up, I don't think we've looked at it already, but he has some pictures of a Takanuva with this Pterodax, and his Takanuva design is really good too. And with the Pterodax, it's one of the coolest renders I think he's ever sent us.
Oh, sweet.
So I will have to keep and look out for that one. All right. Next, we have another one by Marrow Ghost by Antros. Yeah, this is Antros by Marrow Ghost.
By Marrow Ghost.
Yes. All right. So starting out, we have the non-shapeshifted version of Antros, who is looking a little chubby on the lower half.
Yeah, he's been riding his Destral cycle too much. He needs to. He needs to lay off the energy for a few years.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just because he has unimposing shoulders. Like his shoulder pads are just like I said, not as large. They're compared to his hips. Like he's got big old thick hips. But I do like the design, and the digitigrade legs look phenomenal as always.
I'm always a huge fan of those.
I think the hands could be a little bit bigger, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, but no Tridax pod.
So, no Tridax pod. So that's
50-50 here.
He gets a 1 out of 2.
Yeah. I like having his staff have his weapon that the normal set does. I think it really works. It works really well on the end of a staff because it gives it that scythe aesthetic.
Yeah. The cloth wings just look so cool. Yeah. It makes me wish we had gotten cloth wings for them. It would have just looked so much cooler. Honestly, Lego, can we get like an ultimate collector's edition of like basically all the Makuta? Can you just give us like $100 versions of every Makuta?
Yeah.
That would be honestly super legit.
That would be neat. People would probably buy it. One thing I was going to point out, I really like how the red claws or the red weapons on his back like perfectly match the arcs of the wings. I think that's a cool thing that he did.
Yeah, I think this one looks really, really good. Last but not least of the Makuta, and then we have what?
I said certainly not least.
These are the last of the Makuta, but then we have a few bonus that don't strictly have to do with Makuta, but we wanted to share them anyway. So these are Makuta in Stars scale by Temple Beast. Temple Beast.
Okay, so when we got the email, it didn't say which ones were which, and a lot of them are in their pre-mutated forms. So we're gonna do our best and guess.
Yes, so starting off, I'm pretty sure this one's Pterodax.
It's a mystery. Also, I want to say I like the concept of doing this because Stars had the potential to be really good, and I think the Takanuva Stars was actually a good set. I think it was the only good one, but I like the idea of trying to fulfill the potential of Stars.
Yeah, and because the proportions are cool. Like, it's just let down in a lot of other ways.
Yeah. I really like Pterodax, but I think the one thing that lets him down is his feet. They look, I don't know, not threatening compared to the rest of his body.
I mean, I understand why. Those are the Star's feet.
Exactly.
So, but, yeah, I do agree. I think you probably could have used, like, the clawed feet or something, because doesn't the Skakti in the Stars, Nektan, actually have the claw feet? I think he does.
I don't know, but I do really like the wings. I think the way they're splayed out makes it look super nice.
Yep. Yeah, I like it. It's a clever design. Interesting that Temple Beast, Marrow Ghost, and Temple Beast combined.
Yeah.
Temple Beast used the the Jutland from the Jet Track set instead of the regular one.
I did think that was an interesting choice.
Well, I would assume it's to show the pre-mutate or the pre-shapeshifted version.
Yeah. And I like the feet on this one much better. It's got those clawed feet. Like, he looks like it's Antros.
Yeah. It's interesting how both Temple Beast and Marrow Ghost use the Rockshi piece for the torso and have like the green light inside.
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting like convergence of design. Because it is cool, just though. Screams Makuta, right? It's like, Rockshi.
It does. Yeah.
But now we move on to presumably Gorast.
I think this must be Gorast. Why? She's a Wookiee.
I'm guessing that she just killed Jala and Matau in blue. So, interesting fight must have gone off on screen.
Pretty crazy, actually.
Blue Matau. He used his mask of illusion to look green the entire time. He's actually a Gamatoran. As soon as he
how did he change his voice?
Well, as soon as he unshapeshifts and he's blue, the universe is like, wait, you should be a girl, and zaps him. So he has to stay green the whole time.
That's crazy.
Anyway, I really like the mask, and I think the feet are really neat, because obviously that was one of the coolest parts of Gorast, was the unique feet, and they definitely kept it here. And of course, we got the Holly Mari wings used as actual wings, which looks neat.
I also like the blade, like the weird axe sword blade. It looks cool.
And I think the forearm design just looks neat and fills in so much.
Very cool. All right. Next, we have, I think this is Icarex.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's Icarex because it's kind of got his color scheme. He has the rotating blade shield. So
that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah. And he's got the Freddy from not Five Nights at Freddy's, the other Freddy. The Freddy with the scary fingers. He's got the scary fingers like Freddy Fazbear.
Yes. Freddy Fazbear.
Freddy Fazbear. Classic Bionicle character, Freddy Fazbear. Anyway, wait. Spirits stuck in suits of armor? Just like in Five Nights at Freddy's? I think we know who ripped off Greg. Wait, no, it came out later. Greg must have ripped him off. Dang it.
Oh, naturally.
Naturally.
I think it's funny how the feet actually work way better here than on Pterodax.
Yeah.
Like I didn't notice them until I went to look for them. Also, the big hands or the big fingers definitely, like I know you were pointing that out, but that's a plus. Just I like it. All right, on to Keyrox, presumably.
This version of Keyrox is actually chonkier than the actual set, I believe. Like, this guy has some muscle mass. He must have seen, like, the ads in the papers, where it's like, oh, if you do this training regime, you get to do whatever and kick sand into your bully's face. Like, I think Bionicle Stars went through that that arc. Because I like this, I think, better than the original Keyrox set.
I'm confused. Like, are those supposed to be shadow hands, or are those supposed to be wings, or are they like laboratory assistant hands, or like
what is that? Waldos, Samuel.
His Waldos. That's right. Okay,
but I like that they're both coming out. I love the use of the Rockshi backs for the shoulders, and having them being slightly disconnected helps with still having that spindly figure without making him like weak, And the pose, obviously, like he's running towards you, be like, yeah, I'll do some experiments. And he's got like his Doc Ock arm wings that are going to cut you up, presumably. They look like scissors. I think he's going to kill you.
They do actually look like scissors. That's why I was wondering if they were maybe like tools rather than wings.
Yeah, whatever the case, it's heckin' sick. This is my headcanon for Keyrox now.
Nice. Next up, we have Mutran, and I really like this one.
Yeah.
I think that in virtually every way, Mutran is a better character than Keyrox. And his design reflected that in the original sets. I actually like this design better than the other Keyrox.
Really?
The one we just looked at. Yeah. I think that the wings look really particularly good on this one. I also like the solid green mask. It's pretty cool.
See, I wasn't a fan of solid green mask. I did like the wings, but also like, is that like a snake or something he has?
Yeah, it's like a Dianoga.
That's what I was thinking of, but I'm like, nobody's gonna get that.
I am interested as to what it's supposed to be specifically. Temple Beast, if you're watching and want to comment, did you have a specific idea for what the Rahi is, or is it just something you made up?
But yeah, this is a great variation, and I also love the staff. It's like simple, but it's clean and it works. It's very bionicle to me.
Effective. Clean,
Yep.
you'd have to say.
Clean? Would you go that far?
All right. Next we have Bitil.
And he is looking phenomenal, actually.
He's looking
this
way
guy,
better than the actual set.
I think this is actually Batil propaganda, which I'm not morally opposed to, just pointing it out. Because Batil, his whole thing is he wants to be a warrior, right? But he's a naturally talented scientist. This guy looks like a warrior and like he's never seen the inside of a lab in his life. This guy is a jock, not a nerd. And I don't know if that's Batil, man. But if it is Batil, that's pretty cool.
I do
Batil
really
would
like it.
approve of this, I think. I also like having the ones on his feet to kind of chonk it out a bit more.
Oh, that is cool. That's a super
like, that's a
smart
cool-
idea.
I've never seen anyone else do that before, have you?
No, not that I've ever noticed, at least.
And I also like how sharp and angular he is. Like he has all of those spikes facing backwards, which gives him like a sense of like speed, and he's ready to pounce, which I think is nice. And is that a custom mask?
Yeah, I think so.
Because that mask is sick. I want to see that mask on more things. Now. I've done that like 3 times already.
I know.
No, it never gets old. Okay.
Never.
But the next one, I'm unclear of who this is supposed to
I
be.
have literally no clue who this might be. Who have we not talked about?
Because the
Vampira?
last ones are, it looks like...
It's Vampira.
Oh, yes.
Because look at the claws.
Yep, that makes sense. You're totally right. Yes, this
I
is
wonder
Vampira.
if that is actually dark blue. It is dark blue if you zoom in.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. I like this design of this. It looks much more aligned with like the Keyrock's design.
Yeah, and he looks like he's about to swoop up and like grab you. And he looks strong enough to actually do it, which I like.
Yeah.
The one thing
I like
I'm not
that
sure
mask.
on is the mask. Wait, you like the
Really?
mask?
I like
Yeah.
the mask. I think if you zoom in, like I said, zoom in, it looks better.
Because I really like Vampira's original mask, like I've always liked, and the way it like juts back gives him like a huge menacing sort of glare. Whereas this one looks like a normal mask, which I don't associate with Vampira, but I don't associate much with Vampira that is good or holy in the world. So make of that what you will.
Fair.
Make of that what you Batil. Hmm?
Oh.
Thank you. I'll be moving on to Krika now, who this may be better than Keyrock's, honestly. This is heckin' sick. Holy
The like
moly.
circular sort of design or hexagonal design for the I don't know, spikes. I know they're not really wings. Looks super sick.
But also having them be flexible, so like they could like whip out and do things is so cool. And then having that one long straight blade, it's like magnifique. Like this guy it keeps the original Krika thing of being stick thin, but gives him that presence and that skill and that aura that he totally would have had as a full Makuta. This is too good for stars. This will not be Bionicle stars, okay?
Yeah.
You've broken the scale. It's gone. We're aiming for like Bionicle all-stars, maybe.
All stars. That's actually a pretty good idea.
Right? But now we come on to Speria, I presume.
Yep. Speria, I presume.
Yeah. He kind of looks like he would be working for Nurgle. Who's like the disease god, because he's walking around, he's like the chest piece kind of makes him look a little fat, and then having the tubes come around make it look like that's his stomach. Is like,
That's true. I
The
can
way
totally
he's
see
walking.
that now that you say it.
like he's looking like kind of slow as he's walking, and he's got like the thing. He's like, yeah, I'll get you eventually.
I do actually like it though. Like he's definitely not as he's more put together than I would expect.
Yeah.
Of Spearia.
Yeah, and I also like that he's kind of got like a bone saw looking weapon because he's a crazy scientist who's bad at his job. So yeah, obviously he's gonna be like hacking you to pieces without realizing how dangerous it's gonna be for you or caring. Yeah, he's a mad doctor, not a mad scientist. That's what I'm picking up on.
Yep, I agree.
Yep, and then last, but certainly not
But
least,
certainly not least.
Yes,
Yep.
certainly. Miserex, who, okay, I'm not even trying to be hyperbolic here, but I think this is cooler than Krika. Like, this is not in the Stars style. This is just in the style of being cool. Like, this is Dragon Warrior Sage Wizard Miserex.
I love it. It's super cool looking, very powerful, very dragony. I think that the like antler horn dragon spike thing going on looks great.
So cool.
It's very cool. Oh yeah, big hands. There you go.
I really like it. And he's got that Tridax pod, but it's green. So is that like, I don't know, half of a half, 0.25 on the Daniel scale?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And that mask is so cool. Holy cow, I love that mask.
That's true. It's like a weird... You know what it looks like? I know we've said this before. It kind of looks like a mix between the Kraken and an Accelerator or an Acceleron.
Yeah, it kind of does. I was thinking it's looking a bit more samurai, kind of like a samurai helmet mixed with the Kraken, because it's got the things going back. And especially with like kind of the giant antler sort of aesthetic, that's what it's giving to me right now. But this is heckin' sick. Thank you for sending these in.
Yes, thank you. All right. And then the last two we have to look at here.
Our very first
fan art, and this is by wicked_mustard_arts on Instagram. So the first one we have is Pride Hack. This is pretty funny.
Yeah, it's Jacob just
it's
saying
just a
the
bunch of part numbers all around Pride Hack.
And I don't know how you get that kind of expression on Pride Act's face, but it captures. I can't even describe what this expression is, but it captures it perfectly. I don't know, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, how have you never seen Jacob but perfectly captured Jacob's expression?
Oh, I love this so much. And then on the second picture, I think that this one was made for me because it has Botar in it, giant Botar. And unfortunately, I think he's gonna kill me. Well, Kalma. But I also have a mic in my tentacle that I'm probably narrating my death. I'll be going to the pit now, guys. It's not gonna be Nito Burrito.
Okay, so it's so funny. First off, it's very clever having the mic in the tentacle arm. Like, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But I love that you're holding a sign that says "I love Botar," as Botar's coming to presumably snatch you up and put you in the pit for the rest of your life.
Botar knows that love isn't canon. Okay.
Yeah, true.
I love that Jacob is saying, wait.
I think Jacob and I are both saying it. I think that's a second little one coming down pointing towards me too. But yeah, the wait.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. I never would have expected someone to make Barraki talk show fan art.
I know. When I saw this, I lost it. I could not believe it. This is so good.
It's really good. Like, I genuinely really like these. They're so funny.
And the way he drew Botar is so like old school Bionicle. Like, it just captured that vibe.
I love it. Thank you for making our day. That was
amazing. But with that, I believe we're ending the splice, are we not?
Yeah, I think that is the conclusion. Thank you for entertaining us as we entertain you with this splice.
Yes, it's an Ouroboros of entertainment, except that we all get fed at the end, which is insane. Why didn't the Ouroboros ever think of this? Is he stupid? Okay, back to your regularly scheduled Barraki talk show.
All right.
All right.
That, unless there are other comments,
Yeah.
concludes
Yeah.
the community
Those
section.
were some great mocks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think this might actually, I know we say this a lot, but this might have actually
Been
gotten
one of the
all
strongest
of the strongest mocks.
Can we say which one we think was the best?
Which one do we think
Yeah,
was the best?
I think Good King Pterodax is my
Good
favorite.
King Pterodax is by far my favorite.
the one that sticks in my head the most is the Mutran one. I just really like that one.
Long neck giraffe.
Yeah, I really
Mutran.
like it. I vibe with
I don't
it.
know. I think Absolute Makuta has to
Kingdom Makuta.
is the one that my mind keeps going
that should
back
stay
to.
on top. The most well known. That's like if you Google mocks,
That's what
that's
you're
one of
gonna
the first
get.
ones
Yeah,
that
for
comes
sure.
up. It's
Yeah.
just
Anyway, but wow. Nice job, guys. But I think that concludes today's episode, does it not?
It does.
And with that, we're going to say, good... Well, you got to say it with me.
Good
night, Metro Nui. This brings us to the end of today's podcast. If you enjoyed the discussion, please follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you like to watch instead of listen, you can also find us on YouTube. The Barraki Talk Show is only made possible thanks to viewers like you. Thank you. And then also, Golden Armor Tahu is really just Makuta in disguise. Think about it. Because Makuta's symbol for a long time was like the corrupted How, right? So he painted over it with red to look uncorrupted. Also, he has all 42 Rakshi powers. Curious, who else has that? Makuta, that's right. And it just so happened, right after Makuta, or the GSR died, Tahu gets all these powers. Makuta's spirit just wandered in, shapeshifted into Tahu. I don't know why I came up with this theory. Whatever I was writing,
Yeah, I
whatever
have no
smoking
idea
when I
what you're
made this-
talking about.
Thomas, this might blow your mind. Isn't this from the first episode when we were talking about how Makuta can absorb they can absorb antidermis back into them to this was my comment. So you just completely
Your fan your
It made two
fan
of the
theory is Samuel's offhanded comment from episode 1.
Yeah. I was like, wow, he totally just completely freestyled that off of a comment he didn't even write.
while having an existential crisis saying it.
That's actually hilarious.
You inceptioned me.
He was
People
like,
are gonna be like, wait, didn't we already discuss this in part 1? You're gonna be like, no, this is an entirely different question.
Samuel's like, you know what would be crazy? And then Thomas, like that night, is just sitting in bed going, that would be crazy. Oh, I can't sleep.
And literally, Jacob, after we say anything, Jacob's like, what about if that thing? And we're like, thanks.
Happened.
Like, what about that?
Watch it, Buster.
You know how I avoid that? It's just to not talk.
No, okay.
I thought you were gonna say listen, but not talk also works.
If you can't listen, not talking is a close second.
What are you laughing at?
The Golden Armor.
The what?
Because I was just thinking earlier today how weird impromptu speeches are, which in like speech and debate is where you get a topic, 45 minutes to prepare and to talk about it for 3 minutes. And I was thinking of like, man, I did not like impromptu. I was not very good at it. And then I did this. I'm like, maybe I judged me too harshly.